Alright everybody, it's me Roku here with a Sett guide video. This time what I'm going to do is essentially go through, for the first 30 or so minutes of this video, a Sett guide where I talk about the summoner spells, runes, item builds, and etc. After which, there'll be a bunch of gameplay matches like my usual videos, so if you're looking for more Sett gameplay, you can skip to that part, and if you're looking for just the guide, you can just keep watching. Let's go on. So first things first, summoner spells. For Sett, we always have to take Flash because Flash is, like, for an immobile champion like Sett especially, Flash is quite crucial because it allows for him to make plays that would otherwise not be possible. Because of how our ultimate works, Flash basically makes Sett far more dangerous than if he's without it, right? Even if you have, like, something else to compensate, like Ghost or whatever, it's never as powerful as Flash is instant, and it disallows counterplay. It also allows for you to flash W, so if you're going for a target that has a dodge or W, or maybe they're out of its range, you can very easily just use flash W into their face as soon as it's about to blow, and just one-shot that ADC or support that's bugging you. Aside from Flash, there are three things that we can pair with it. We have Ignite, Teleport, and Ghost. Now, Ignite is my personal favorite, and it's what you should be taking into basically every single bruiser matchup where you're going to fight a lot. A lot of the bruisers in the game and juggernauts have healing mechanics, especially like Darius, Fiora, Illaoi, so having that Ignite to just shut them down when they're at low health is very much useful. It can just kind of make kills that will otherwise be annoying to get because they keep healing into just possible, right? Now, if you're up against a lane that's more ranged, a lane that's like a tanky one that you're not going to kill a lot, or a lane that's like more so a farm lane, then Teleport is the better option. Teleport is quite huge for Sett because he doesn't really move around the map that quickly unless you have Dead Man's Plate, so it can let you split push better in the late game and teleport to wherever you're needed. Now, one thing of note, because you're more so a frontline champion as Sett, it's better to teleport earlier rather than too late, because if your team is already losing, you can't really just 1v9 a fight alone as Sett because he's quite easy to just CC and lock down. So I would recommend get in there early, right? Get in there before anything has a chance to go down so you can peel your team and use those big engages from the enemy to just knock them into their backline and kill them instead. Lastly is Ghost. This is an option you're going to take the least, but think hyper range teams plus range top lane. That is going to be like a team that's going to be basically impossible for you to catch without Ghost, right? Huge kite compositions, teams with high range, teams with high mobility are usually annoying for Sett to deal with because aside from just his, like, you know, Q, he can't really reach some of the really kitey champions. So Ghost can be quite nice if you're up against that kind of composition, but keep in mind that that kind of composition is truly rare because if they have one frontliner, that kind of acts as your in to the enemy backline. So just keep that in mind because even if the team seems very ranged, they just need that one beefy frontliner to act as your kind of ultimate engage onto the enemy. So yeah, most of the time you're taking Flash Teleport, or if you're confident Slash have to fight in lane, Flash Ignite. Flash Ignite is what I personally like taking the most. When it comes to the runes, there are basically some variations, but for the most part you're going for this exact page. Our first tree is Conquer with these runes in the precision tree. You're mostly going to go for Legend Alacrity because we really love that attack speed, but you can go for the Tenacity if you're, for example, like up against a very high CC team. Your second tree is just going to be Resolve because Resolve is one of the most versatile trees as Sett can use everything here. Demolish against free lanes where you can just walk up and hit the turret. Conditioning and Overgrowth into farm lanes where you're basically able to just where you're not able to snowball against the enemy, but they can't kill you either, so you're just sitting there farming. They allow you to scale up pretty nicely, especially Overgrowth with that extra amount of health. Revitalize sounds really good because once you reach below that 40% health threshold, that 10% heal and shield applies on top of the 5, so you get a total of 15% extra healing and shielding. So if you have like a Sterax, healing items, shielding items, or better yet, a healer and a shielder on your team, like a Yuumi, a Soraka, a Janna, this thing is very much useful. It's also useful into matchups where you fight a lot, because you yourself as Sett do heal quite a bit as well with your passive, and also you activate Conquer pretty quickly as Sett as well, so it can be quite useful for you in lane if you're fighting a lot as well. The most useful runes are these two, but let's get into Unflinching first too. Against high CC comps, this is what you go for. A thing that is to be sort of noted is that unflinching procs off of slows and CC. So if they have like an Ashe or something, unflinching is going to be on basically permanently, right? So this is not something that we want to just give up, right? Now, as I was going to get into it, the two most useful runes in this whole tree, Second Wind and Bone Plating. Second Wind is basically for matchups that can hit you without you hitting them back. So we're talking champions with a lot of range, like an Aatrox, range champions as well, who just hit you without you being able to retaliate at all. Anything that can proc Bone Plating without actually having to fight you. Now, Bone Plating itself is for the champions who go in to your like damage range and who also like to attack multiple times in short trades. It's like a Jax or something or a Renekton, they like to go for big beefy trades and then get out. So against them, Bone Plating is a lot better than Second Wind. Bone Plating is also good for champions who, although they do outrange you, you can just engage on them with your E by walking up a bit. Like Darius, for example, although he can Q you, if you just walk up and E him, you're just fighting him. And the Bone Plating is going to be crazy good because he goes for that RW, and that blocks the damage from both of those two. So this is your main page they're going to go for most of the time on Sett. In terms of the runes, go attack speed here, go AD here, and then you can make a choice here between scaling, hard CC, or just flat health. In my opinion, the flat health is probably your best bet because it gives you the most amount of laning power. But again, if you're up against a boring farm lane, then just go for the scaling health. Now, you can go for Lethal Tempo over Conqueror, but I heavily recommend against it because Lethal Tempo got nerfed a while ago, or a few patches ago, so it doesn't give that early spike of attack speed that it used to. And on top of that, Lethal Tempo works off of auto attacks, but the later on the game goes, the less auto attack reliant the match is, because you can't just sit in front of someone and just punch them, because you're gonna get CC'd. Your ADC starts scaling up, so they do a ton of damage, so you can't just punch this frontliner when that's, you know, Syndra's just half healthing you with an ability. So you're better off using Conqueror if you're not going to be able to make use of that early game lethal type of power, but it did get nerfed recently, so I'd say just steer clear and just go for Conqueror. But if you are going for lethal tempo, you should pair it up with Bork, right, so it synergizes better. There is the Grasp tree that you can go. This gives you the added advantage of like packing up really nicely for lanes. So if you're up against like a difficult melee matchup, or a matchup that's just a farm lane that you can't get kills in, this is your go-to. Now, I do mean like specifically difficult melee matchups, because a ranged matchup, because they're outside of your range, you're essentially never going to get the chance to stack your Grasp and get your use out of it, because we take Grasp to scale up better, right? We take it against some Malphites and stuff, where we're just kind of scaling or trying to get good short trades in. So keep in mind that while Grasp is great to make your laning easier, you want to take it into lanes where you can actually use it. Let's get into the items. Alright, we're in game. Let's get into our item build. First off, starting items, you're just looking for D-Shield and D-Blade, and the use cases of them are pretty self-explanatory. D-Blade for more melee matchups that tend to fight you in lane and sort of just trade with you, right? So you need that extra bit of stats. Durham's Blade is a huge chunk of stats, so it's really advantageous to have it against these kinds of matchups. D-Shield is more so for your poke lanes that kind of just out-trade you, right? They kind of just try to hit you from range and try to wear you down. So pairing this up with Second Wind is actually very, very powerful. Now, in terms of our first item, the best choice is Stridebreaker. Stridebreaker is amazing because it gives us a lot of great stats, and it kind of plays into Sett's sort of playstyle, because the thing is, the move speed combined with our Q allows for us to kind of just use them both in conjunction to really get on top of the enemy, or better yet, just run into the enemy team. And sometimes when you don't have your ult to just ult someone in, or maybe you're looking for a different target to ult, it can be useful to just run up, E, and then just go like, you know, use that move speed to get a better E off, and then go for the rest of the fight with our W and, you know, whatever you might need, okay? Stride is really versatile. It works when you don't have your sums. It's the option you're going to get all the time, and it has great wave clear as well, so it helps in that regard also. Our second item, let's just get into our boots real quick. For your boots, we have three main options: Play Steel Caps, Merc Treads, and Swifties. Play Steel Caps or Ninja Tabi is amazing. If you're up against AD auto attackers especially, this thing is going to block a ton of damage. If you're up against like a fed ADC on the enemy team, this is like a must buy because it will save your life so often. Merc Treads is a great option against high CC teams, but there is a common mistake that players make in that they buy this item against magic damage, and that is an error because if you look at the build path of the item, the amount of magic resist on Merc Treads is the same as Null Magic Mantle. You're not paying for more magic resist, you're paying for tenacity. So if you have an enemy AP team who, while they do a ton of damage, they don't have a ton of CC, we're talking Katarinas, Rumbles, then going for Merc Treads is not going to be that efficient because you're not getting any more extra tankiness with this item, right? So from that perspective, you gotta just pay attention to the enemy team, right? If they have a ton of CC, then you go Merc Treads, right? But if they don't and they have high AP damage, you're better off just buying magic resist with like the Negatron Cloak or something like that. Now, the last option for boots is the boots of swiftness. Now, Swifties are your sort of, you know, not your scaling, but your fed snowball option, because they allow for you to chase people better, have that move speed advantage so you can catch people and go for more kills. It's great in some of the range matches where, you know, you have a hard time like catching up to them, like your Vladimirs or Gangplanks or something, like you guys just catch them and then they're dead. It helps with that quite a bit. Now, mind you, a lot of the range champions nowadays build it as well. So it might not help you that much, but it can be a difference maker if your enemy range champion goes for like a Berserker's Greaves or something like that. Now, keep this thing in mind, that later on it goes, the less useful Swifties get, because late game teamfights are kind of just like really stat checky, right? All the champions who scale have already scaled and they do a ton of damage, which means that not having that Ninja Tabi's damage reduction or not having that Merc Treads tenacity sort of CC reduction can just ruin you. So like, just keep that in mind when you're going Swifties, right? You are giving up these two insanely useful teamfight options for a more selfish sort of option. Now, if the enemy team is very heavy on slows, like an Ashe or something, then you are basically recommended to take this. But just understand that unless they have slows, like permanently, and if you Ashe, then you're better off going for the tenacity boots, okay? Now, the rest of our items are, I'm just going to go through every single one that's useful. Sett is unique in that he can go for fighter items and also tank items, so we have a pretty large pool to fill out our inventory with. Now, once you get Stride, the second most popular item is Hullbreaker. Hullbreaker is amazing because of just the stats it gives Sett. 65 AD is huge for a single item. It gives great health, and that move speed is pretty huge. An underrated part of Hullbreaker is that the extra damage that it gives you gets procced better by Sett than most other champions because he gets double the auto attacks. This means that even if you go full tank after buying these two, we will take out turrets really quickly on the split push, okay? So from that perspective, like, this turns you into a frightening split pusher. You get the damage more often because you get double the auto attacks, and the stat center are amazing because they just beef up your W damage so hard. Like, let's just sell this for example. So we're at 767. Bam, right? That's a huge amount just on its own. So great item. Get it most of the time second item. And let's just get into the other boozer items, because after your second item, Sett doesn't really have a core. You just buy what you need. Starting from Cleaver, and I will get into Deadmans in the tank item section. Cleaver is a bit of a weird option in my opinion, because although it does help you kill tanks, that's not really your job. Now, in this season, Season 14, the way tanks scale up is kind of just that once they go back a few times and they recall and they get their big resistances, you're essentially never going to kill them. Sett does most of his damage with his auto attacks and like his ultimate, for example, right? Because of that, when a tank really just buffs up the amount of armor they have, you're never going to kill them in a reasonable time frame. And no, your W does not help you with tanks all that much because this is like your finish off ability, right? But what happens if you never get the tank to that 1.5k damage threshold, right? That's what we're talking about. Because of this, I think it's better to just give up Cleaver and go for the more important items or just tank items of your own. And also mind you that buying Cleaver means you're kind of delaying your Stridebreaker, you're delaying your Hullbreaker, you're delaying your Sterax or even tank items, right? And that delay can be critical, right? A fight that you might have won by going for a flank with the move speed you got from Deadman's Plate is just gone because you went for Cleaver, and in that whole fight, the main threat wasn't even the tank, it was the ADC that you couldn't kill because you couldn't get to them, okay? Just keep that in mind. Besides, because of how much mixed damage and penetration ADCs and mages have nowadays anyway, it's kind of their job to kill the tanks as is, okay? So I think this is not the best item, but contrasting to that is Sterak's Gauge. This is your juggernaut sort of bread and butter, man. This item is crazy good. The stats on it are wonderful in addition to the tenacity, which can be paired up with Merc Treads for like 50% tenacity on its own. Let's just get to the base here. Merc Treads. There we go, right? Almost 50%. We're essentially immune to half the CC that the enemy has, or the duration of half the CC the enemy has, which can be really huge in busy team fights because we don't want to get one shot before we can use our W, alright? So, yeah. Now, on top of that, that extra shield buys you so much time because it just stops you from getting burst down. When you're in the middle of a team fight, although the shield does wear off, it wears off over 5 seconds, which means that if you're in a busy team fight, they're mostly going to have to chew through that entire shield to start to deal damage to your health, okay? So Sterak's is a wonderful choice for Sett, and it's a great third item option, or fourth or fifth, whenever you need it, okay? Just keep the option in mind. Shojin is not the best in my opinion, so it should just be avoided. Like, it can be kind of helpful, right? But I get the feeling that because it doesn't give you any sort of tankiness, right? It's just not worth building, right? Because the other sort of damage items that give us tankiness are the best Sett items, right? They give us some shielding, healing, or just damage delay, quote unquote. And just buying pure damage items after your second or third item doesn't make sense, and Shojin is not a great first or second item choice. It doesn't work that well in lane or even in side lanes, right? It's more so for just spamming abilities out. So Shojin I'm not even going to get into. Sundered Sky is a great option if you're up against a team that's kind of just melee. The thing is, you don't want to get this item against more ranged compositions because if you don't have ready access to people you can just attack with this, then you're not going to be able to get use out of that passive that much, right? If the whole enemy team is just kind of like you know, scattered around like this and you're just on the melee champion and you're struggling to get that ultimate off, right? Like I'm trying to get behind him and he's just moving backwards, CCing me, then this item isn't going to be that useful. It's more so useful if we're already in the enemy team, because then we can just like attack everyone and get our Sundered Sky passives off, right? So because of that, I would recommend this into a more melee, less mobile, lower range composition instead of like your typical league composition that you face normally in matches. Bork is an option that you go for early on, definitely first or second item. It pairs greatly with Stridebreaker because of the slow, right? You can just run up to someone, slow, pop, pop, or maybe you can just walk up stride and then, you know, use the attack speed, QQQ. Just the slow makes your life way easier, and the damage means that in a side lane 1v1, you are going to tear those juggernauts up, right? This item counters other champions that build health, so your Darius's, your Mordekaisers, your Illawis, although you have to just... The most important thing against Illawi is ulting intelligently, not necessarily just sitting in front of your face and just bashing her in, but you get the idea, right? The thing about Bork is that the later on in the game it goes, the less useful it gets, because against big busy team fights, you can't just sit in one spot and attack someone, right? You can't just spam all attacks because you're getting hit during this entire time. Team fights later on are more so ability dependent, right? And because of that, you kind of want to just build Bork early and get your use out of it to get fed, to get fights, to win fights in side lanes. Because if you already do win fights on side lanes, oh my god, what was that? If you already do win fights on side lanes, or if you, I don't know, can't side lane, then you might as well just go for like a tank item or a booster item that'll give you more health. The thing about Bork, like the reason why it sucks in team fights, is just the stats that it gives you, right? So stat-wise, it's lifesteal, which is worthless on Sett. Lifesteal isn't that good on champions that build a lot of health. Attack speed, which is kind of useful, but it doesn't make you any tankier. So the only useful stat that you're getting for team fights is 40 AD. That is nothing, right? That doesn't buff up your W at all. That barely buffs up anything else. So because of that just 40 AD, and the fact that it is really expensive, it's 3.2k gold. So If you're not buying this first, or the latest second, don't buy this, okay? It's just an early game option that you use to just buff up your dueling power by quite a bit. Next is Death Stance, a great third option or a fourth option. This item is great because it's good against an AD composition, right? Because of the armor. But that ignore pain is super huge on Sett, because if you can get takedowns consistently, then that kind of gives you just ghost health, because it instantly cleanses 30% of the damage that it's currently delaying, okay? So if you're against a team where you're able to consistently just get takedowns, then this is an amazing option. But that last part is important, where you can consistently get takedowns. If you can't get takedowns, right? If it's more of an if that you get kills rather than a when, then Death Stance is way less consistent than a Sterax or even just a flat tank item. Aside from that, that's basically what you're looking at for your items. An item that a lot of people seem to like that I just don't is Titanic Hydra. The reason I dislike Titanic Hydra is because by buying it, we can no longer buy Strybreaker. I was always going to say Sterax, but we can't buy Strybreaker and Titanic Hydra. And with how useful Strybreaker is, you're really giving up a lot by not buying this item, okay? If you're up against a team with any amount of CC, or range, or mobility, Titanic Hydra is going to be more of, like, a disadvantage than an advantage. And that attack speed cancel, that auto cancel, isn't really that useful, because look at how long the combo takes for it to get auto attack, Titanic, and Q attacks off. Pop, 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 pop. During that time, any number of things can happen that can just ruin your style, ruin your gameplay. Most of the time, you don't even have the ability to go beyond your first 3 or 4 auto attacks, right? Because of that, I don't think Titanic meshes well with Sett that much at all. And in the previous season, they did remove the passive this item had, where it gave you extra 80 depending on how much health you built. So because that's removed, this item is no longer the best option, right? If Strybreaker could be built in addition to this, it could be a decent stat ball, but because that's not something you can do anymore, you're just going Strybreaker most of the time and leaving this in the dirt. If you really want to go Titanic, I would only recommend it into like heavy AD compositions, okay? No, heavy melee compositions, not AD, right? Into big melee teams, you can actually get that auto reset off, so you can pair it up with like a Sundered Sky or something, right? Get all these auto attacks off and just bash people down. But any amount of range, and this thing is not useful. Alright, let's get into our tank items. This is an item pool that you should be dipping into quite a bit as Sett, because you are naturally a frontliner. A thing that can help you go for flanks, however, is the best tank item for Sett, Dead Man's Plate. You buy this bad boy either second item or third item, depending on what your priorities are for that game. But what this lets you do is it kind of just unlocks an entire world of potential plays for you as Sett. If you're top, you can run into their jungle and gank their mid laner. If you're having a team fight right here and the enemy team is on the dragon, and you can't just get through, you can run all the way around and then ult that hard to reach ADC that's just bugging you, ult them into your team, and just one-shot them collectively, which just wins you the game outright, okay? Dead Man's Plate is amazing, and it's definitely an option if you can exploit that move speed. Now, as a tank item, right, it doesn't give the best stats. 300 health and 45 armor aren't anything to scoff at, but its contemporaries give like more stats than it, and at times for lower prices. Like this is 2.9k, and Thornmail, while it gives a bit less, it actually gives more health than Deadman's. Oh my god, the stats on this suck. But yeah, so you're paying less gold for way more armor and more health, right? So just think about if you can actually use that move speed or not, okay? And if you're in like your 4th or 5th item, you might as well just go for a stat item, because late game team fights again are more stat heavy rather than creativity heavy. Late game fights are they're really just streamlined, okay? All right, aside for Dead Man's Plate, what are we looking at? I'm gonna just go through everything here. Thornmail, as mentioned, is an amazing choice, right? The stats on this item are great. The cheapness is great, and it is your premier anti-healing option, right? Bramble is a great item on its own, but because of how cheap Thornmail is, I would actually recommend that you finish this more often than not. Randuin's is a great option against crit, Fed ADCs, Fed Yones, Yasuos, Trinimirs. This thing is a powerhouse against those because of that 30% crit reduction, okay? You also get Rock Solid with Randuin's, which is the whole, like, it reduces a flat amount of damage from each attack, and it scales with your health. And because Sett actually just builds a ton of health, you can get a lot of mileage out of this. You can also get that passive from Frozen Heart, but I don't really recommend Frozen Heart too much unless you're up against a more, an auto-attack heavy team that doesn't do crit, okay? Like a Master Yi or something. But at that point, you're just praying that he doesn't kill you because you're not going to survive against a Yi anyway. Aside from that, we have a lot of good magic resist options here. We have Force of Nature, which is the best magic resist option for Sett. Sett lasts a while in fights, even if you're a bit behind. And once this thing just scales up, it gives you a ton of magic resist. So it's really impressive for an item for a champion like Sett. The move speed is also amazing. 10% on top of the 5% is 15% total. So you can get a lot of work done later on in a fight when things are kind of just like do or die, right? You guys just get in range to land that ENW. So Force of Nature is the best magic resist option. Spirit Visage is not that good. Honestly, it never was. The thing is, you only want to get this if you have a healer on your team, if you already have like a Revitalize, for example. But aside from that, Force of Nature gives better stats, and Koenig Rukern also does that too. It's just when do you want the stats? Koenig Rukern gives you like a more front-ended amount of damage resistance because it gives you a shield, and you get 80 magic resist straight off the bat. Whereas Force of Nature is more like back-loaded in that it gives you its strength already into the fight when things have already gone down. In my opinion, Force of Nature is better because, again, Sett does last a while in fights, but I'm just saying that Koenig Rukern is an option for more fast-paced fights that don't really last that long. The last option I'm going to talk about is Jaksho. Jaksho is basically just your premium tank option. This gives you every single tank stat that you need, and because Sett lasts a while in fights, if you do have more than one tank item, let's say just this build, I guess, we have good tank stats. Because Sett lasts a while in fights, Jaksho actually has time to scale up and give you all that extra magic resist and armor, which can be pretty huge, right? The reason I'm not talking about the elephant in the room, Heartsteel, is that I don't think it's that good of an item for Sett. The thing about Heartsteel is that although it does scale, right, it's kind of a paradox. Because you don't want to build Heartsteel early. Because if you build Heartsteel first item, for example, you don't have like any other stats. You don't have attack speed, you don't have AD, you don't have wave clear, you can't clear waves when you have Heartsteel, it's just soul shattering. If you have Strikebreaker, you clear in like 2 seconds. With Heartsteel, it takes like a long time, and it's not even that good in trades. Because although you do have a lot of health to work with, it's like you don't have anything to actually fight back with aside from that one colossal consumption active, okay? And one more thing that sucks like with this item is that, let's say I ult this frontliner into the ADC. Just notice how long it takes for the Heartsteel thing to activate. Like, it takes a long time for it to activate. And within that time, any number of things can happen that can mess you up from basically using this item to just scale up, okay? You can't buy it early, right? You're ideally just buying its second item, but the thing is, if your second item, why not just go for, like, for example, a Hullbreaker? Let's just look at this. So we have Strikebreaker, right? 771 damage. Not the best. So we want to buff that up. We want to go for Heartsteel. We only have 946. So instead of that, if we were to go for a Hullbreaker, which is the same price, we get way more W max true damage. That's because our W scales with AD and health. So that means that items that give you both AD and health scale up way more than just Hullbreaker, even though Hullbreaker gives you a lot of health. I mean, Heartsteel. Heartsteel gives you a lot of health, but it's not as good as other options you can get second item or third item to buff up your W true damage. And although in hyper late game, if you're in your ideal game where you have stacked up your Heartsteel, you're going to basically have that extra amount of scaled up W damage for like the last 5 minutes of the game. So why not just go for the better item and have that extra 2 damage for like 20 minutes before then, instead of just having the advantage for the 5 seconds after and just meddling through the entire match trying to scale this up, okay? So I heavily don't recommend Heartsteel. Maybe it's good into like heavy melee teams, the type of team where you're gonna go for like a Titanic Hydra, a Sundered Sky, right? Maybe it's good into like those kinds of matches where you do actually just get to sit in enemies' faces and just punch them down. But aside from that, I don't recommend this item that much. So I think that is pretty much it for his items. Now, you can always go for support items on Sett, right? If you are playing Sett support. Phase Rush is also good if you're playing Sett support because you're not really the main damage dealer, you're just there to make plays. But this is more so a Sett top video rather than a Sett support video. That is it for the items. Let's get into the match. Alright, we're back with some more gameplay. We're up against, I'm assuming, Briar top. I don't actually know, if I'm being honest. This was a confusing champ select, honestly, because I was thinking it was going to be Tom top, Briar jungler, and a Mumu support, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Now, it could still be Tom top, but would that make it Briar support? Maybe she's mid, and it's Swain support. Who knows? Who cares? We'll fight them as we see them. It's Tom support, alright. Fair enough. Looks like we're fighting this creature up here. Alright, so I took Ignite to just give me some luck, because if he's top lane, he's a healer. If she's top lane, she's a healer. He's a bit of a healer too, so it could give me the advantage against all of them. In terms of runes, I'm running Conqueror with Bone Plating. It'll help me against 2 of the 3 options, right? Aside from Swain, both these champions have to get into my face to, you know, attack me, which gives me time to retaliate and use Bone Plating to its maximum. Got some Overgrowth for some extra bit of health, and also I went for the scaling health stat rune, right? Have a bit more health for the later on portions of the game. Let's step up. In terms of our team, we have a pretty decent combat save, but their team fight is a little better than ours, so I have to get a lot of work done, right? We fortunately have 2 great targets for ulting, but Tom can just save an ADC from being W'd, so there's that. Alright. Because she's melee, we kind of want to just abuse our auto attacks. We dodged her little push thing. Ah. The heal actually does come into play. Fair enough. She doesn't have that heal, she just dies there, by the way, but fair enough. Should have ignited earlier. Alright. All she has is that trash ability, so we do have plenty of room to outplay it. Briar lane isn't the best because she's just so low range. Could go for Q second here instead of W because I want to be more mobile. Q gives me more move speed to just run around with. I'm looking for a hook to just pummel her into, or pummel her with. I messed it up. Let's peel back. Gonna ward right here. This is the point where junglers are done with like their first round of clears, right? Around this time, leading up to 3 minutes and then 20 seconds after. So that's when you want to be kind of alert for ganks. Got all our abilities. I shouldn't have let her have that. We're basically just gonna try to keep her off our minions as best we can. Make sure she doesn't get the ability to farm. Already have a 10 CS lead, so that's good. Alright. That was pretty good from her, I'll admit. Yeah, that did a lot of damage to me. I didn't think she'd do that backwards like that. So it was a bit of me messing on my E and everything. It's fine though, we have a better position here. I dodged it this time, and we did an EW secure. We're up against less mobile champions who can't just like... They basically have to get in your range to fight you. A really powerful thing you can do is basically save your E to be used in conjunction with your W. Because if you use the E to get the stun off, you're essentially guaranteeing a full damage W, right? You're stopping them from dashing out, flashing out, all that. Mumu is in this river, so I'm going to walk like this. If the king gets into a fight with him, he should be able to run towards me and I can save him and kill the Mumu, right? Besides, I doubt she's going to just shove the lane, so I could just join the... I should catch the wave like by walking like this, or I can rather. Okay, he's leaving, which means I'm going to leave as well. If he was staying, I would just keep going straight into the river, but he's not, so no need. And the Mumu moves as well. He should move like that. Let's ward up. This is a bit of a difficult wave to catch here. There are too many minions to just fight her in, so I'm just gonna try to go for as many minions as I can without getting into a fight. Even though we do beat her in trades, we're not ahead enough to just brush past all this minion damage, right? If I miss my W, which I, you know, might be able to do, right? Anything can happen. We're gonna just die.
Take your best shot.
Right? Oh, let me just turn off the in-game music so I have music playing. Sorry if that annoyed your ears. Okay. Playing it slow here. We should have gone for a freeze, but I don't mind this. She should be dead here. Nice. Not a good top lane choice. Good stuff. Let's get the crash in. Oof, mid lane is not doing the best. He's 2 kills down already. Make that a third. Yeah, he's not surviving this. Yowza. Seems we need some anti-heal. Now, I know I recommended to go for Thornmail for anti-heal purposes, but because Swain can choose to not auto-attack us, we're forced to go for Executioner's Calling. That's kind of bad because Executioner's Calling builds the Kempunk Chainsword, which isn't the best item for Sett. The AD is okay, but it's only 250 health, right? So what we're gonna do is, once we're starting to roam and stuff, we're gonna just buy the Executioner's Calling and sit on that. We don't have to finish this item, right? It's not worth it. Like, Thornmail is worth it just to have the stats. This isn't. I'm gonna ping missing here. She seems to be not in lane. There she is. She probably warded though. Let's ping that too. Alright. Ready when you are, I guess. Even though I don't think it's gonna work. Nice. I had to ult her before she got anything done, but I doubt she could one-shot the TF there. She's too behind for that. But you never know. Are you serious? Come on, man. Let's slow down a bit. I want to catch the next wave too. Should have taken Demolish, but again, I didn't know what we're up against, so I couldn't have predicted. What? Is he moving there? Yes, he is. I'm confident here. Okay, I kind of messed that up here. Also, Kayle is not as strong as I thought he would be. Yeah, that's my bad. I should have just... Don't get hit by that. Yeah, I should not have gone for that. The Briar stun stopped me from getting like an optimal W off there, which was what I was banking on. I'll take the fault for that one. Yeah, definitely. How could I have played that fight better? I feel like maybe if I ulted the Amumu into the Kayle there, we could have had a better time, but the main problem was, like, he's just not strong right now at all. He's only level 5 Kayle, so he can't be strong. I should have seen that coming and just played with that in mind, right? I was playing with, oh, he's Kayle, he'll quickly come and he'll kill them both. Bad idea. Because Briar is recalling, I'm gonna just quickly shove this in with my Tiamat. You have Shybreaker already, that's good. Let's help the king here. I have Ignite for the Swain. I know we're giving up a plating, but what are you gonna do? Perfect. They got the Void Grabs, but we did just clean them out there, so that's optimal. It does suck, this recall timing, because if the Briar is in lane, which she should be, she can't just shove and get platings. I'll ping missing here. In terms of boots, I'm going for Merc Treads for the tenacity, but I think it's better to just get Executioners for now. I feel like that's more impactful because we're not starting to fight the Swain. I want to just have that in my back pocket to just pull out when I need.
They say you learn a lot from reading. If that's true, I've made the whole world smart.
Okay. She actually has a pretty nice bounty. Because their team's ahead, they all have it. Like, this is just an unfair bounty, by the way, but, you know, ain't gonna bite the hand that feeds me. Now we're strong enough to just kind of walk through minion aggro. Oh! No! There we go. Yeah, I should have been more mobile there, right up in her face. With those kinds of big abilities, you want to just be as close to the enemy champion as possible, right? Think like Darius hook, for example, because it's like smaller near him, but even with BR ultimate, right? You're better off being right next to the champion, because that way you can just easily walk to the other side and avoid the ability. BR just randomly ulted mid. Thankfully she didn't get a kill though, which gives me a lot of turret platings. Let's not take this third shot. I'm gonna mute the team here, because they're getting tilted. There we go. Not good. Briar isn't coming up top, so we do get this turret, but Swain and Mundo have visited bot lane, so the whole map is just losing. Gonna recall here before their ball lane gets into match me. I'm not too sure if I can actually kill the Caitlyn Tom. Tom is down there, actually. Alright, let's see if we can get the Caitlyn. I'll wait here. Wait for her to walk up. I think she saw me. Let's just keep the recall. Okay, Merc Treads. Let's start building our Hull Breaker. Starting with the attack speed. I'll start just going immediately mid. Oh, you're gonna get ganked, you're gonna get ganked, you're gonna get ganked. Useful pings, huh? Don't walk up and get ganked anyway, bro. I'm gonna show up here, fight. If I can catch anyone on ultimate into Swain, I should be able to just immediately kill him. Nice! That was a very well done fight. Good job to them for actually following up and playing with me. TF played that really well, so even though he's been feeding, props to him. Oh. Oh, no. Why are we blue cutting? Bam. Good. They've respawned all, so I would just not stay mid anymore. Because we've all used our cooldowns, and they're back with fresh health and cooldowns, we're at a disadvantage, so we don't want to overstay here. I'm gonna go back mid, I suppose. I feel like the enemy team's not done with that location. But we do want to visit top lane every once in a while to clear the wave. Not just to push it, but to get solo XP, which you definitely need as a top laner, especially a bruiser who's like so level based.
My coat costs more than this whole damn place.
They can do this void grubs here, so I'm gonna do a little bit of recon and just look into it. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna do this crab real quick. Alright, TF seems to want top lane. I don't mind that. It's probably safer for him to just farm where it's like in some corner of the map. Void grubs are gone. Was he taking them? Oh, they were! Those little cheesers. They're gonna gank you, they're gonna gank you, they're gonna gank you. That's fine. We get a mid-turret out of that. Good. I'm gonna keep going. Those two are there. Swain can't stop me alone. Fallen's getting kills with our gank. Perfect. I'm gonna just brute force this. Excellent. Now I run. I know they're just beelining here for me, so I have to get out of here. I'll head down here to bot lane. Maybe we can get this turret as well. Let's ward in this bush, or just in this cross section. Let's just go in. Go for the turret. If we're fast enough, we should be able to get it before anybody comes here to respawn. Nice. Alright, that's a free kill. Let's kite this out. I don't have my abilities, so it's better for us to just disengage here. Let's not get caught by that Moon R. Ah! It was a good idea, but I couldn't finish her off. He can, though. Nice. Kayle got my bounty, which is pretty terrible, honestly. I should have let it go. Not the best idea to keep fighting there. Let's go for Dead Man's Plate. We're kind of just running around the map here to try to carry. Like, their winning mid lane and jungle have done a lot to get a lot of, like, leads all across the map for their team. So it's up to me to counteract that, right? As Sett, we can't just turn into, like, a roaming sort of team helper with Dead Man's Plate, so I'm going to go for that and do just that. Not gonna lie, playing Jazz while playing League is helping a lot with my commentary. I don't know. Let me know how it is. Let's get in here. Tom's gone. They want to farm. Fair enough. I'll leave a... I don't have wards. Could you ward this? Good. Let's just show out mid. Oh, 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 don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught. Good. TF's dead here, though. Yeah, he's gone. He was slowed. Come on, bro. There we go. I knew Mundo was going to walk upwards, so I just went for that backwards W. Pretty sure Thresh gets a hook here. Ah, no, it's fine. I can catch up. Oh, Kane, good job. Perfect. Okay. They can cook there. I'll go for the dragon. I should also get this turret while I'm at it. Well, ping them back when they respawn. Back off when they spawn. Don't overstay. Don't overstay, don't overstay, don't overstay. I think they're caught. Yeah. Should have pinged them harder earlier and told them to just literally leave the inhib. That was on me. We're not microing them enough. Fair enough. I'm gonna farm a bit more for my Dead Man's Plate here. Gotta be careful though, because they're just focused up here. The way League works generally with macro is whenever someone shows themselves somewhere, the enemy team, if they're not busy with anything else, they will respond to that person. So because they don't have anything else to do, when I show up, like 2-3 of them will immediately go for me. And I'm not saying that in a, oh, here's a common mistake League players make. It's just how the game goes. I'm not going to be too aggressive here. I'm pretty sure Kayle has her sums by now. So if I even get a good ult off and then, like, for me to get a kill against her, I have to get a perfect ult and a perfect W off, right? But both of which at the same time might not be too possible. They're fighting without me. I'm tempted to just go in and ult the Tom into their backline. Right. Not good. I should have Strybecker off of someone. This is too chasey. Okay. Seems they just needed my help. I'll take that. I actually get the inhibitor now. It's perfect timing too, because we can get Baron immediately, like after we recall from this. Recall. Bro, we're not gonna end here. Get ready for Baron. Alright. Die if you want to. Let's go for Styrax. Yeah. Ain't that a kick in the head? You see, when you have to fight one of them and you can't immediately just one-shot them, that means you have to fight all of them. And we can't risk fighting a 2v4 essentially. I have flashes, so maybe we can do some work. Let's just get out of here. I should have died there. It was a huge mistake to even go for that. Like, there's no way we beat the enemy. Like, they were just dead there. Another mistake that I made there, but we just got lucky with them over chasing for me, but the critical mistake I made here was basically go all in on a lost fight just because my teammate's there, okay? And that's a mistake I made, and I'm gonna just, you know, advise you guys not to do it, because essentially speaking, in that situation, although I did have my sums, I didn't have my ult. And the whole reason I can kill the biggest threat to me, the Caitlyn, is because of my ult. I just keep ulting the Tahm Kench into her, so she has no health to fight me anymore with, right? I do that every fight, and I one-shot her straight off the bat. And I couldn't do that there, because I didn't have ult, right? Not to mention how I was planning on going for a flash W on the Caitlyn there at the end, but if I did that, I'd get the Caitlyn, but I would for sure just die. The best move there is to just back off, or the best move is to go farm, right? Go farm somewhere and make use of the fact that, you know, the team is getting some of the enemy's attention, right? The enemies are focusing bot lane, so I'm going to go for this quick split push right here. I hope they can just back off. Good. I'll help with the Baron. Let's just do the Baron. Us three, we can. Bro, get that. Yeah. Why don't we just get that to not give them access to the Baron pit? Now, if I actually used it to get into the pit, we'd actually have him for damage. Mumu's bot, but as Sett, a cool thing you can do... Okay, so normally a 50-50, right? So as a concept, a 50-50 is basically when you go for an objective while both junglers are alive. It's a 50-50 because you're essentially coin tossing who can do the better smite, right? Skill as a jungler isn't about who can outsmite who, because at a certain point, everybody can just smite well enough to the point where it's just more circumstantial, right? By the way, I'm just like, I don't want to take that from the game, but I want to just get a wave so I can buy Styrax on my recall. But yeah, because everyone gets to the point where they can just smite good enough, 50-50, like when both junglers up, it's all up to like who has the better circumstances for the smite. So if you're like, let's say, if your jungler is a Nunu, for example, he's going to win the smite war. Or if they're an Evelynn, they're going to win the smite war. If they're Shaco, they have an advantage with the smite, right? So doing the objective while both junglers are alive, even if you've won a team fight, is like, it's an unnecessary situation where you're giving the enemy a possibility to get the Baron and steal it from you. The safest way is to either do the Baron when the enemy jungler is not there, or when the enemy jungler is dead, okay? And this is especially the case if you are up against a Nunu or an Evelynn. You gotta just make sure they either are dead or they can't get inside of the pit, okay? Let's get this wave pushed in. Scuffing up your Nash shoes. How we doing? Missing CS like a boss. We should be able to just crunch this next fight that we get into. We're really powerful here. Everyone's also scaled up. So let's look for a good fight. Unfortunately, we can't go for a nice last item choice because we are forced on the anti-heal. Alright, I kind of into that W. I W'd the wrong way and tried to correct her with a flash, but we did do a ton of damage to their whole team there. Sterax cooked. 1.3 thousand shield. That just saved us. And the enemy team surrendered. Alright, I'll see you boys in the next match. Peace out. Alright, we're back to our gameplay. We're up against Darius top here. An interesting matchup because he's going for Ignite instead of Ghost. Now, Darius kind of just needs Ghost to do a lot of things in the game, so if we can just basically not die to him in lane, we should be good to go. In terms of this matchup, we basically want to just play into his Ghost, because Sett, if you just go for a full all-in meat fest fight, is kind of better at early all-ins than Darius. I know Darius is like the king of those. Let me just hit someone, please. Alright, let's get the Jinx here. We're eating well, we're eating well. Alright, we gotta just recall here though. Nicely done, we actually just camped their whole team and put them all down. As I was saying. Okay, not the best sort of start because it does kind of just ruin the commentary because we start with a kill and 2 assists ahead, but let's just get into it. So, Sett has the advantage against Darius in earlier fights if the Darius can't use Ghost properly, because essentially speaking, if you're in a fight where both you just use all your abilities and just mash your faces into each other, Sett has like double the auto attacks to work with, right? And on top of that, if Sett can go for an EW guarantee, he basically just blows Darius up. Now, because we don't have the Ignite, that's not going to be easy to do here. And he got to lane early, so we have to give it up, but just, you know, that's an option. We go for W first, as Sett, because essentially speaking, Darius is going to want to just go in on you early, right? And because he all-ins earlier on level 1 and level 2, the biggest all-in ability is our W. Not just because of the damage, in that if you're low HP you can just go for a huge amount of damage, but because of the shield. The shield basically gives us like a lot of extra health to chew through, during which we can just get new like other auto attacks off, right? We're pushing the turret, so we gotta just carefully farm this off. Alright. Trying to get hit by his Qs. Okay, we got all our abilities. We should be able to fight here. Against Darius, you want to use your E to cancel out his first Q, or any Q that you can, actually.
What you got?
There we go. He went for a meat fest fight, and he just couldn't keep up. He took that fight off of a big wave too, which means that he couldn't just go into the wave, and he did have to deal with some remnant minion damage, but it was mainly just because we stuck to his face and mashed him down. Now, a mistake that I made is I didn't E early enough. If you guys noticed, I actually took his Q damage, so that's an error. We shouldn't be doing that. But generally, that's how you're going to play the fights, right? The biggest, most important thing is just your W usage and your E usage, right? You want to just stay in his face all the time and stop him from kiting you. If Darius has Ghost, right, then you're kind of forced into trying to get an EW off, right? Which, I mean, you have no other choice to guarantee your W if he has Ghost. But chances are, most of the Darius that you guys are going to be fighting won't be that good to use Ghost to its maximum ability. They're just going to, without any thought, just fight you. I should just kill him there. Alright. Not the best fight from us. We did fight in all of his minions, and he did have Ignite, which made the fight a lot closer. Darius with Ignite is so scary because his Bleed and the Ignite together do like a ton of damage. But it's just cheese. Like, most good Darius won't go Ignite. And because we're winning lane against an Ignite Darius, he's just doomed for all team fights, because without Ghost he can't function. Perfect. Once we get Stride Breaker, we should have an easier time because we can just hold him in place with a Stride Slow. And also, let's hope I can actually block his Q next time instead of just face tanking it. Golly. Doing quite well. We have a big level lead. Not a CS lead, but that's because we have to just awkwardly push the lane every time we kill him, whereas he can just calmly last it while slow pushing in. We're Ignite for Ignite there. So we're in the clear right now. He might have flash up though. One thing of note is you kind of want to use your abilities to just finish the fight as Sett. You don't want to like use your W or whatever and just still have there be a fight, because if you haven't killed Darius by the time you've used your full power W, then he's just gonna like destroy you. I messed that up. Although we do win the trade, I shouldn't have missed that E because I would have just killed him off of it. Gotta use our move speed to dodge his Qs. Couldn't get in range for my ultimate. I don't mind just sticking around here and zoning him from the wave. Because I have only level 6, I just have the advantage. She's not gonna go in. Should've just walked up first. No range. That E is a great disengage. The thing is, it's not sustainable because it takes so much mana. Now he doesn't have mana for like an actual all-in. But it is annoying. I should just be ulting him the second I get into range instead of just going for an E. Bit of a mismanagement of my abilities. Alright, we have Ignite up. We should be able to pair that with our W to nicely put him down. It's going for plants there? I don't know. Did you get it? I think so. There we go. We got the ult off this time. It slowed him so he couldn't just walk away. And then we put him in the dirt. That's my rune page, by the way, going for a pretty hardcore early game fight style sort of page with bone plating, revitalize, and also early game health, just flat health. Let's get Tiamat and then some attack speed, then we should be good to go. Top is actually good into their team, so I can actually go for a play steel caps early. But I'll opt for the damage first and then just pick up an armor. Normally I try to think about what I need for the enemy team for boots. I only buy the boots for the lane if it aligns for what I need against the rest of their team, unless I desperately need those boots, okay? And in this case, because we're winning, we don't desperately need the boots, so we can't just, you know, go for the playstyle caps in lane, but... So we can't just delay playstyle caps until after the lane. We can go for a decent trade here. I'm not going to take that trade. Alright, we did a great trade there. Our pass, I mean, our regen is better than his, our sustain. And we walked away before we could get more stacks off. Good. We don't have R, but I'm pretty sure we beat him either way. Gotta use our W correctly to block his ult damage, essentially, but I don't think we'll need to. Nice. Nope, not a contender. need to ult there. This sucks. We can't actually go for any platings. I'm gonna just greed for it. We didn't have a good wave there, so we don't have a good amount of HP to fight him off or fight like a gank off. Yeah, the timing. If she went like this, we're just dead there. Thank God she's actually scared of me, because if she fights me here, although I kill her, I can't beat them 2v1, right? I just don't have the health for it. And also his ignite is still up. And that ignite being up just is like, okay, we kill them both, but we die anyway. And I am not in any rush to give away this bounty, let me tell you that. Right, we have Stridebreaker. This is a huge boon to our fighting ability. We can just use it as soon as we get in range here. Instead of using our E. I should have just used it there for the farm and greeted for it. Where's the big boy? One thing I love about Stride is that you can use it while moving. I think it's so much more versatile. Let's check the Void Grubs then. Oh, he's here. He's here. You get away, bro. Oh. Yeah, that sucked. I should have focused the Darius from the beginning, which was a bit of an error on my end. But yeah, we can't really 2v1 that even with the health. That sucked. Not good. If I focused him, maybe I could have killed him before he ulted. But the main bad part was that Lux was there to ult me as well, so I had to just ult early to get rid of her ult. And my teammates also just watched as I fought there, so not ideal at all. And the bright side, it's like a gold reset, so we get to kill him again. So there is a silver lining. It's not a very large one. Fair enough. If you want to just do Void Grubs instead of helping me, so be it. We have Ignite coming up soon, so we can just use that to burst him down again. I'm going for Hullbreaker, second item. Seriously? Does that kill him? Yes, it does. Good stuff. What is he going for here? Sundered Sky, right? Not the item I would have gone for in this sitch, but me, not him. Good stuff. We can get a tunnel here. Pretty nice. Decent chunk of change for, like, stat-wise at least. We'll be able to use that with our ultimate to really beat the daylights out of him. Nice. Let's get back in lane. Urgot is kind of cooking. So is our bot lane, so that's good. Oh my god. 10 deaths. Yeah. This one seems to be a wash completely. Like, they're just not even going to put up a fight. Never mind. Jinx with a huge bounty. Yeah, I'm not gonna jinx it, but she could 1v9. I'm sorry. Powder it. You may laugh. Or cry. I think the latter is the more appropriate response to that stupid joke. Home isn't around, so I'm just gonna push the wave in. Gonna try to get this to crash. That's fine, he's not freezing it. Good. Let's get out of here. We're staring down the barrel of a potential 3v1, so I don't want to call upon the enemy team's collected wrath. Let's go get Rectrix. Get that tiny bit of move speed. Close. Let's see what's in here.
They called me Sett the Beast Boy Bastard.
BBB.
Now it's Sett the Beast Man Bastard.
Can't walk there because I'll just alert them. I think I should pick a fight with the Darius here while he's alone, so that they can't 2v1 me. That's fine. He just lost his flash and also his health, so he can't fight. Gonna head down here and help out. Let's see here. Nice. Let's get him too. Good stuff. Bunch of kills. Let's get this turret. Thought they'd have time to go around. Good stuff. Excellent. We have Hullbreaker goal already, but I want to just kind of get this top wave before we leave. Yeah, they can 5-man the Herald themselves. I'll head down here if they need me. Wake me up when you need me. Katana. Okay, seems the fight is still going on. Okay. Whew, you're welcome. Let's push this out and leave. Okay. Yeah, I kind of don't want to fight here.
You got my money?
There we go. Oh, he stepped into that. That was perfect. Whatever. I stepped into that. Fair enough. Quite a fiesta game here. Turning into an all-out brawl. 40 kills in 17 minutes. Just the way I like my Cup of League of Legends. I'm gonna go for a Sundered Sky, because they have 3 melees. I can just use it quite often. And I want more damage. Uh-oh. Bro, we're gonna one-shot Blitzcrank. Come on. Maron. Alright. Let's pick this wave up. No objectives on the map, so we can just side lane and cheese for kills. I'm gonna ping here, because I think they might get Gankaroonied. That wave disappeared. What are we doing here? Bro. Yeah, just leave. Leave. Alright. When you're in these lower ranks, you gotta understand that if you just ping once, it's not enough. I've learned it recently. But essentially speaking, like, I'd rather my teammates be annoyed at me and live than die and not be annoyed at me. Okay? Besides, that kind of minor ping annoyance, it wears out quickly. They're not gonna mind it too much. Good. Pretty good pick. Gonna try to get this Vi here. Gonna ult that, or she's gonna Q that. Oh, she didn't. Okay, I misread the situation. Well, we have a Herald here, so we can go for the inhib. I'm not sure how wise it is to use it without any minions. Can we get some auto attacks off? Right. Pretty good ult. Okay. I'm not a fan of this. Jinx can just kill everyone. Okay. Got that threat out of the way. Let's just leave. Let's leave. Okay, I'm gonna just farm a bit more on a side lane on the way out. Bro, leave. We got Sundered Sky soon. Excellent. This should help me get some punches out. Alright. Do I want to respond to the split push? Kinda. Though I don't think they really need me there. Like, they're so far ahead. Unless they just int, I think they're in the clear. He's not here anymore, so let's just go up to the Baron. Oh, never mind. What's up, bro? What's up? Alright, let's just end the game. No need for Baron, no need for anything else. Just walk down mid and hit those big shiny turrets. We got a super wave as well, so that should help with things. Alright, I'll see you boys in the next match. Peace out. Alright, we're up against Urgot top. This matchup is not really in our favor, but we can make it in our favor with some smart build choices and also by playing better. Alright, so the thing about this matchup is that it's one of those Illaoi ones where if you get hit by a single ability, you mostly just lose a fight, and that ability is his E, right? His flip. If we get hit by that, we're basically just going to lose the fight. So the general point should be to avoid it, or at the very least, even if we do get hit by it, we should try to minimize how much shotgun needs that we're hit by. Now, Urgot is a big target, so we can have an easier time landing our W center areas, so that's good. And also, a huge item that can help us basically nullify a lot of his damage is Warden's Mail. This thing counters Urgot because Urgot gets like multiple auto attacks off with his W. So if we have this, we should be able to just, you know, sustain through most, if not all of his damage. Now the thing is, he does outscale us at some point, so we won't be able to kill him the entire game. So we're just going to try to get a lead and then use that lead to essentially bully the enemy, the rest of the enemy team into submission. All right. So let's get into it. I'm going for a more sustaining setup because he is ranged, right? That D shield plus second wind plus Sett natural passive is going to be helpful. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm exactly talking about, in that we just lose trades when he flips us. But at least we did get his pot, so there's that as a positive. We might be able to cheese a fight together if we go W right now, but I'd rather just fight when the wave's more so on our side, right? Right now we're fighting into a somewhat large wave. Just gotta chill. I don't know, Sett. Lost that first punch even though the minion died before he can go for it.
Everyone's got a plan until they get slammed into the ground. Face breaker. Come on, hit me.
There we go. That was ideally done. Not optionally. We're in a bit of a pickle here because we got to shelf like ASAP. Alright, maybe I can cheese this Kayle here. Good. I don't know where the Urgot is. So I'll just get that wave under turret. He's just tanking it. It's not bad. Yeah, this is a bad spot. He's just freezing the wave here. Let's just take the LM recall. Nice. The thing is, because he tanked so many minions, and I would have killed him there even if the Vi didn't show up. Because he tanked so many minions to get that ideal position, it cost him a lot of health. He just stood there tanking minions. So I basically just kind of gave him a choice. He could either just let me recall, or he could try to force the situation, but for that he'll have to take a lot of minion damage. He also used up his shotgun knees, which basically gave me an in here in that if I go in, he doesn't have half of them to at his disposal. So we get a pretty easy kill there. I'm gonna just straight go for Strybreaker here. He's pretty behind, so I don't really see the necessity of Warden's Mail just yet. I might pick it up later on anyway, but not yet. In terms of boost, we're looking at Tabis here. R-tax, R-tax, R-tax. We'll just have to try to dodge Zerath's abilities, which should be easier once we have our attack speed. I mean, our move speed, not attack speed, sorry. Let's ward up. I'll try to see if I can use my red buff to my advantage here. We also have level 6 coming in soon. I basically used my ultimate to get myself into a position where the turret couldn't hit me anymore. Or at the very least, I could just easily walk out and tank the damage with my W. That's Sett's power with dives. You can essentially use your ultimate to reposition yourself in a place where you can just finish the enemy off with your ultimate, with your W, and then walk out. That's what I did right there. So when you're in such a situation, don't think where the enemy is. Think, or you do have to like pay attention to where they are, but pay more attention to where you can get them with your ultimate. Okay? These double long swords, ideal. Nice. I think playing 2 caps is a bit more impactful here, so I'll just pick it up. I'm finding myself in need of move speed, so just that extra shot of the extra 20 move speed should help me catch him better, and also we take way less damage from him. Good stuff. I'm not gonna say that me killing the king and setting it behind is the reason they killed him there and got that objective, but I am gonna heavily imply it. Bit of a weird spot. He has his ultimate and we don't, so we should try to not play too stupidly with our health. Good, let's play back a bit. I'm gonna try my best to freeze here. We can go for a good fight with our ultimate.
You swing on the boss, you better not miss.
Alright. The lane is ours. To freeze. Freezing is quite simple. The more, I guess, difficult part is just noticing when they're possible. And this is like the perfect situation, right? when the wave is pushing, when the wave is pushing into you, but the enemy doesn't have the capacity to just break the freeze, right? The general idea is you want to keep a count of all the minions in your head and make sure that there's like the enemy wave has a lead of 4, right? And if they kill your minions, you gotta just kill the enemy minions, right? You're not getting away, bro. He dies to that. I accidentally ranked my E there. I just was trying to press it against this, like the cane. But then I saw that it was on cooldown. Not the good call to rank it, but the good thing was that I just 2v1 them. so we did something good. But there was a mistake inside of it in that I missed the cannon there. And also, I put a point in the ability I shouldn't have put a point in.
I don't like hurting people. I like the money I get from hurting.
Alright, we have Tiamat out of that. Let's just brute force this in. Good. We're out. Might want to recall here. I'm pretty sure he's going to harass me while I'm in that bush. We could honestly overgreed and stay and farm until we get Starbreaker, but there's no real necessity for that. The game outside of top lane is pretty even. Now, because we're just crunching this cane down, that is trickling down to the rest of the game, and that Vi has more power, right? More freedom. She's ahead in farm for sure. But if we just remove that, the game is pretty even. So we gotta just try our best to use that lead to carry. I might go for Dead Man's Plate's second item because of how ranged their team is, right? These guys are quite tough to get to. Not gonna freeze here because the wave was pushing into me. And also I don't know where the Urgot is, so I'm trying to just like flush him out to force him to show up. Once I see him, we can plan our whatever we want to do. Oh. Yeah, I was kind of stuck between two ideas. I wanted to try to fight him before he got into the lane, but that wasn't gonna work. I thought the Xerath would try to walk up and cancel the Syndra's teleport. Let's see if he walks up. Okay, someone's teleporting there. I'll use this opportunity while he's roaming to get some turret platings. He lives through that. How lucky. Fair enough. Unfortunate. Maybe if I played that a bit better and ulted earlier, I would have actually gotten the kill on him. This is a good strat to work with now. Guess I'll just pick this wave up. Honestly, if I put that extra point on a W, I might have killed him there. Let's not think of that. Actually, no, because we get the same amount of damage from both the W and the E rank. Except this does true damage, but again, let's not think about that. Okay, we have our stride, which should help us run this guy down even further. So that if I, like, E and then he dashes away, I still have the move speed to just chase him down and get to him. I should say move speed advantage because he'll be slowed, we'll be faster. You guys get the idea. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before and shove to flush the Urgot out. There he is. Alright, now I can plan what I'm gonna do, wave-wise. See if the Kane's around. Nope, he's bot lane. I'm gonna go for this crab then. Okay. We're back in lane here. I misplayed that. I didn't have R just at that second. If I did, I would have just ulted him into my wave and then tried to kill him. Not ideal. Okay. If he's recalled, I should be able to kill him. Oh, he's just staying, man. Okay. The tough part is his wave clear is so great that I can't just slow push a large wave into his turret and then just freeze off of that. I thought Kayle would be here. All his camps are up. Fair enough. Let's shove again. Or not. We can wait. This is warded.
Nothing I hate more than people with
Of course. Our team's concentrated around here. Maybe we don't want to recall so we can do the... Herald. That was a good trade, actually. If I land center W, I should be able to kill him on their turret. Not gonna be easy, though. Good stuff. Let's get this turret. We kind of just won the Mexican standoff there because when you're in that situation, it's generally whoever loses their nerve first wins. When he basically opened this situation by flipping into me, he essentially just left himself defenseless against me just doing my full combo on him, right? And then he even flashed, which meant that I could just land a full W without even needing to flash myself, okay? So he really just played into us, our dive, which is why we were able to kill him, that dive. But that dive was only possible because of that trade earlier, okay? We caught him out of position, and that's why the dive even works. So if he's full HP, I'm obviously not going for that, all right? Let's just run top, shove this out. We should get Hullbreaker soon, that's good. I'm gonna go Dead Man's Play third item, so that I can better gank this Xerath. Let's pick up these little flames. Let's keep pushing. Alright, Urgot teleporter. I'm gonna have to go for this turret then. They keep dying to every single TP, which is not good. I'll take that kill. Maybe the flash wasn't necessary, but I didn't want to waste time getting kited and hit by abilities. Yeah, we're good here. A little greedy, I'll admit, but I thought that he had used his ultimate down here. Wondering why or how he killed them without it, but no time for such curiosities, I'm afraid. I can actually kill him, he's low enough. It's risky. Xerath is just in range to damage me, and Kayle being blue form means that he can very easily just run up here through the walls no matter what, so I don't want to tempt that, especially when I have a KM bounty and my team's not doing well. Like, when you have a big bounty, you gotta just keep in mind that, hey, I'm a walking bag of just gold, so I can't just throw my life away, like, unsafely. Let's get in here. Dude, don't 50-50 it. Don't 50-50 it. What is this? No one died there. I did so much damage to everyone, but it was just not enough. Okay, they actually got some people. They got the Nami and the Ezreal. Okay, I'll take that. You can have that. It's fine. Took some, but I don't want to take it all. Let her farm. Yeah. Try our best to one-shot that Xerath. Okay, this Ezreal is a huge threat. I should try to switch my sort of targeting to him. Good. Him and the Xerath are my main big targets here. Vi can set up a pretty good kill against either of them for me, though, with her ultimate, so that's good. Okay. I know it's greedy, but I'm going to real quick get this turret with Hullbreaker. Now we run. At least Kayn Seer, Nami, Xerath. They're not going for me. Awesome. Awesome possum. Let's ward up. Gonna go for this crab again. Vi's not around here usually, so I don't think she minds. Gonna keep it in this corner. If I have it run over there, maybe someone's sitting in some vision or gets it randomly. Who knows? Let's keep farming. Almost. Not good. Uh-oh. Can I do much into that? Vi just got our ultimate up, so maybe, but it's gonna be a bit rough. Alright, we got a decent flank off her, so if she survives a bit, that's ideal. Good. Not sure if I can do much to chase them down. Alright. Give me the Zuck if you want to, baby girl. I'll take that. That's his flash gone. Let's farm a bit more and get my dead mans. Okay. Not fun. Homies are dropping like flies. I need a bit more gold to get my stacks here. If I can cheese this blue buff. He's not moving, so I'm not sure if they even know I'm doing this. Awesome. I'm gonna just keep going. Ward of that. This guy is wards though. I'll get the next one too and leave. That man's is pretty huge here. Because of how ranged the enemy team is, it gives me just... It opens up a whole world of plays for me. Just imagine that flank, but just like I can do reliably. Bam. Let's go. I'd say Sterax next is good. Ward. Not this. I need to go sweeper. Yep. In lower ranks... Okay, so the way that this sweeper works is... If there's a stealth ward that it gets next to, like in the sorry. If there's a stealth ward that's supposed to see you, this deactivates that stealth ward so that the enemy doesn't see you. And why that's good is because it's very easy to pay attention to just big, shiny red circles. But if that circle doesn't exist, then people just ignore it. So you can basically just walk up on teams and just body them. Pop, pop. That was more so just Ezreal being stupid, but DMP did help me catch up to him there. Let's see if I can cheese this turret here. Their whole team is coming up, so I don't know. But I can get the Urgot ult into them, so that is good. Excellent. Good stuff. Alright, just, I don't wanna... This will be a great opportunity to do Baron, but... Like, I'm not too sure if I want to 50-50 it with the Kayn still being alive. That lands on me. And that's what I mean. Kayn stole the dragon from us there. Which is exactly what would have happened if we went for Baron. Not a fan of 50-50s. I'm gonna just do this. I need the Stark's Gold. Okay. Gonna recall, gonna sell my D shield and go for Starks. Oh man, I'm not paying attention to these two guys just silencing here against the entire team. Not good. And she's TPing in too. Dude, leave, 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 leave. Okay, she's safe. Good. Alright, I'll try to get in here now that the actions died down and see if I can get some kills. I got flash and ultimate, so I can get a lot of work done here. Let's farm up. I'm getting a lot of ability haste with this. Cinders. I totally do not recommend running around the map picking these up, but I'm just doing it because it's fun. All right. Tickles my brain. Let's sweep her in. Huh? See if I can get behind those two. Yes, I can. Make sure Cinder lives. I queued a bit too early. Where'd he go? That's not good. Okay, good stuff. I'll just peel the minions back here and get some inhibs. Give them all to me. Nice. All right. We can try to brute force the end here. It's just Kayn. Okay, he just cleared the whole wave in 2 seconds. But I have Hullbreaker. And that's GG. Pretty clean. Pretty by the book. I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out. Alright, we're up against a pretty rough matchup. Kayle top. Kayle is a bit of, like, it's not a counter pick in the traditional sense in that she just dominates the entire lane, but if we can't get a lead on her by the time she reaches level 6, our life gets harder. And if we don't win by the time she reaches level 16, it's GG. She just 1v9s the game irregardless of what is happening. So what we have to do is try our best to kill her as many times as we possibly can. And another bad part is that she's not a champion you can exactly build against, right? She does a lot of auto attack damage, but also magic damage, and she primarily does magic damage, but it's like, you know, what are you going to build against, right? So, leash me, don't get prior, I get gank top. Despite how stupid that is, because I have to get to the lane first to zone her from the farm. Like, this is one of those matches where I just walk up and not let her get to the minions to get a minion lead, but it floats your boat, bro. Good. Let's get here. She went Cull. Alright. Just wants to get beat down. Ready for smackdown, Kayle. That didn't stun. Huh.
wanna go?
I'll take that. Ignite Gaming. He didn't even flash from that, bro. I feel disrespected. Gonna play this slow, so if she TP's back and get another chance to kill her. Doesn't seem like she's interested in that.
Someone hold my coat.
So I'm gonna go for a cheese here. I couldn't. If I pushed faster and blocked her off here while she's level 1, she has to flash or she just gets dominated.
Come out swinging.
Alright, I'm getting boots, and I'm getting Starbreaker components. Let's get the attack speed. We kind of want to just be able to keep up with her slows and stuff. So the movement speed and the attack speed are vital. I might even go for Swifties this game. It's not the worst into this team specifically, but
They say you learn a lot.
it's risky, right? If you don't get a lot of kills and you have Swifties, you're missing out on a ton of damage reduction. Yeah, bot lane is struggling. Not good. Okay, we're back in action. Not sure if I can beat her through this wave, but I can try.
Free whoopings.
Gotta just try my best to thin it out best I can. He has a pretty long cooldown. Wasting is not good. Also, I forgot music. There we go. I was wondering what was missing. Now all my decision making will be pure. She's got her passive, which gives her a lot of juice to work with. Not sure why she fought that. Fair enough. I should freeze this, actually. I messed it up. If I freeze that, that's just a lane done. Oh, I messed that up. I messed that up so hard. Alright, let's play it slow then. There's no way I'm crashing this by the time she gets back to lane. No, she teleports too.
People say
She hits these minions, though. Might get back into a freeze state.
get punch drunk.
Not ideal.
Better keep those hands on.
Not a range for the level 6 all-in. I can get a east on her. I can walk behind her and ult her into my minion wave.
Every single one of them thinks they're the one to beat me. Okay.
I'm not smurfing. Come on. Wink. There we go. Had to use my flash to get out, unfortunately, but we got the kill. She missed out on a ton of farm, and we get some platings too. Can I get out? Come on. Awesome. I think I'm gonna go for Swifties here. She gets to level 6 here, no matter what. Swifties and Phage. I'm gonna wait for the longsword.
They called me Sett the Beast Boy Bastard.
Get that extra bit of AD in.
Now,
This should be a free kill. Come on. Come on. Well, it is what it is.
she likes
Viega's around. That's fine. I'll take the fat trade. So that next time we catch her, it's an easier kill.
Nothing personal.
Okay. I have no mana, so I can just get her. If I can get her to waste abilities, that works in my favor. She has no mana ult. She has no ultimate for mana. She has no mana for ultimate. Can I just say that properly? Ah! No. No.
Get that money. Things I love. Mama,
Let's see if I can catch the
and fine.
Kayle here. We can punish her. Okay. Fair enough.
You calling me out?
You may proceed. Let's just camp. She just died the whole time. She has no time to actually put wards down. Her passive's off.
Stood up.
Good stuff. Despite us just completely crushing this Kayle, she still like will destroy us later. So this isn't me flexing or whatever. This is doing what needs to be done. You gotta just be completely ruthless against these scalar type champs. Okay, we've got our Tiamat. Nice bit of extra stuff we can use. You're essentially looking to use it between your auto attacks. Like, you know, there's like an auto attack timer between auto attacks. You want to use it in there. Just slot it in when there's dead space that you can't really do anything in. Obviously, if you have to move to get another auto attack in that dead space, then don't do it, because you have to stand still for team up. But you know what I'm talking about.
Gotta put the stamp on him.
Purify this filth.
Pretty close.
Busted heads. If I ever find my old man, well, I hope he's on train.
We're getting out-roamed by Cassio, huh? I'm disappointed. Oh well, I should have seen it coming. She did ping missing. That sucks. Now I have to face this beast. Cassia isn't any more fun for Sett to deal with than Quinn. They're swapping. I'll try to take care of her. Try being the key word here. Cassia also counters Sett.
I almost felt that one.
And she did just get my huge bounty. And I don't expect Quinn to be able to do anything to this kill. We'll see how it goes though. I feel like this might be an unlucky game here. It's just the Cassio and the Kayle completely destroy us.
Some kind of a tsunami.
They're scalers, they're range scalers, so we can't even get on top of them. And we're actually starting to die to the Kayle. Wow.
You got my money. Hi now. This is gonna hurt.
Oh my god, I almost got her. Lives with a sliver of health. Not good, not good. I should have just been okay with that good trade. Okay, this is for sure kill for the Talus. That works. Although next time I'll have to make sure I don't die to her. Given that she counters me. Let's go Hullbreaker. Give me some more move speed to work with.
Not my favorite thing.
I can actually flash into that now. Oh my god. Huh. Maybe I can work with the Silas here for a good fight. I can take out the Viego myself. Rough match for sure. Especially since I into my lead. Let's get this Bladings. I was gonna stay in range of it. Nice.
All words are fighting words.
Kind of away from my 11 here.
Too hairy for humans, too smooth for Vistile. What are you gonna do?
Oh my god, that would have been legendary if it landed.
You'd be smart to do this thing.
Okay. That works. That works as well. Perfect. Missed a bunch of abilities, but we got the 2-2 victory eventually. Good stuff. Let's get this Hullbreaker going.
Quiet time between
Some hull-breaking action. Bam, bam. I know it's a little int, but I might just do it like this. I'm kind of just stacking up on that move speed. Because I'm going to go Dead Man's Play at some point this game. The extra 5% should be quite nice. Like, look at this. 432
be down just ain't long enough.
is pretty huge against this kind of team. Yeah, this is what you want to do to Kayle. Just dive her on and repeat. Let's run in here, make sure she doesn't die. Let's get a turret. Try my best to just help out as much as I can. My main sort of target is this Casio. Because I feel like in terms of competence, she's like the best player. They know I'm here. Let's just shove and get out of here. Doesn't land. Unfortunate. Ball lane getting cleaved like that is also unfortunate. I'll leave that for this set. Oh, sorry. Okay, I just wore the same spot twice. Don't feel about that.
Let's get to work.
Good. We can kill her. That was really intelligent. That was really smart. That was really smart.
Violence is my business, and business is booming.
That was exactly what we needed there to turn that around. Alright. Kayle doesn't have R here, so I can actually just kill her.
Legitimate business.
This is worth it, isn't it?
Oh look, a punching bag.
Fair enough. Let's get up before we get Cassio'd. Viega just cooked there. Not good. Let's leave. Honestly, it was a waste of my W. Just killing the Kayle doesn't give me anything. All it does is just, it gives me a 1 kill on a character that's died many times already. And while it is good to stop her from scaling, I could have better used that flash for literally anything else. Let's get some magic resist and then go for Dead Man's Plate. I'm thinking Dead Man's Plate, Force of Nature as my next 2 items.
I feel bad for the times.
Should give me a lot of tankiness and move speed to just set things up, but it's gonna probably leave me without a lot of damage.
It's a lot better than not being the boss.
Nice. Avoided her Qs, avoided her ultimate.
Busted heads. I used to risk my neck in the pit making someone else rich.
If we don't get responded to here, we can very easily just take this third because of Hullbreaker. I'll get this first and then respond. Let's go. They're backing off. Let's get the wave then. What are you doing here, sweetheart? You know what's gonna happen. Need a bit more farm for Dead Man's Plate. Good. She's dead. You should just stop rage splitting, man.
I'm a full breed. I'm the only one.
You should stop side laning. Keep getting ganked. See, the way I wrote that, I made sure to not flame her.
You learn a lot from a beating. If that's
Because if I said, you keep dying, that's more like putting blame on her. But you keep getting ganked, oh, that's someone else's responsibility. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. Let's try to cover the Quinn there. You, top. Quinn, let her mid.
probably shouldn't have worn my nice pants.
Trying to just micro my team here. Give them orders. Don't say that, man. Oh, she just kills you? Alright, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. That sucks. Oh my god.
Everybody move along. Nothing to see
That's
here.
quite annoying. She can actually just solo the Quinn.
Now it's Sett the Beast Man, bastard. Hi, nice.
Okay, fine. Eyesight versus Kayle then.
They call me a thug. I call me an entrepreneur.
You're gonna get killed again. Ward up. Alright, let's get to this fight. Okay, good job from the Castillo there.
I remember my first fight.
Just trying to clear the area so she doesn't get surprise killed.
She wiped my tears with her claws.
I'd rather take the attention than her. Be surprised. One shot. Yeah, let's get this wave as well.
When you're on top, there's
Okay.
always some trying to drag you down.
Let's. Oh, we can actually go for the kill here. Okay. Completely messed up there. We should be able to kill her pretty easily. Ah, that sucks. Should have saved her. I'm moonwalking. Oh, oh. That was good, that was good, that was good. Good stuff. Do we have their jungle? Yes, we do. Baron, Baron, Baron.
Anyone know whose teeth are stuck in my knuckles?
Diego, dead. Do it. Now. We don't have time. Hit it! Okay, got a little agitated there. Alright. Excellent. Do we get... Yes, we do. Let's build this thing, be unkillable. And get blue ward. Let's clear this wave here and then join the team. Should be able to catch him and beat him down. Not a lot of champion damage, but the structure damage is palpable. Good. Let's ward like that. The cross section. Anybody across it, they're gonna have to be destroyed. Not have to, but they're just gonna, right? League players are like cats. The second you place down a ward, it's like, you know, they just jump on it immediately. I'm gonna try to see if I can engage here. This is my in. Okay. I'm spotted, I'm spotted, I'm spotted. Yep. Go for that. I'll push mid out.
I used to risk my neck in the pit making someone else.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Get that. Good stuff. Get the turret. That's a good route by her.
Let's give him a shot.
Good. I actually juked into that. Okay. Once I can get some, we can just take the turret down. Good stuff. Alright. We not only 1v9, but we led our team to victory. GG. I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out. Alright, we're back with some more gameplay up against Mundo top. Let's get into it. This isn't really like a match we can get a lot of work done in because of multiple reasons. Number one, Mundo being tanky and having that passive makes this really hard for us to kill him, because not only does it take a while to put him down, but because he has a passive, we can't just engage with our E, as that just blocks our E. And Mundo doesn't actually have to walk up ever. Because his hatchet is low enough cooldown to just be spammed and it's high range, he could just sit basically outside of where the minion waves crashed and essentially just permanently farm. So we're going to be looking to essentially farm this lane out and then try to roam and be useful elsewhere. Now that's not going to be easy because their team has got quite a lot of range. Their backline is really difficult for us to penetrate, right? But I'm pretty sure that even if I ult the Mundo while he has his passive up, although I won't be able to pick him up, I'm pretty sure because I have him, like I ulted him, I should do his damage to his team, right? And Mundo does have a ton of bonus health, so that should be a solid chunk of change, and it also goes through all CC, so... Like, we have an in with a Mundo ult, but mind you that without anyone to ult into them, it's going to be quite tough to get to their juicy backline core. Lose that. Fair enough. Get back. The key to the Mundo matchup, no matter what champ you're playing, is to use your minions to your advantage. Watch if I just walk behind minions no matter what, just so he can't get a hatchet off on me. It's really important because his hatchets are his only, like, essentially trading tool. And if you're making it so that you have to make yourself constantly dodge his hatchets to not get hit by them, aka staying outside of minions, that's gonna basically just RNG whether you win trades or not. But if you stand behind minions, you're increasing your chances. Now, he's pretty low health, and he has no passive. So what I'm gonna do here, or try to, is try to kill him on their turret. Should be able to. Nice. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Good. Let me get out of here. Admittedly not very clean, but it gets the job done. Okay. Use both his summons as well, but he does have ghosts, so it's not really that much of a big deal. Let's blow Strikebreaker. Strike's gonna be really nice in this lane as it allows us to slow him down. But again, once he gets like his health items, it's gonna be really tough for us to put him down, right? It's just Sett is not the best at killing tanks. Let's just put that out there. And I'm not gonna go for a cleaver because one, he's not even gonna build that much like armor focus. He's gonna just straight go for health. And two, that delays my other more useful items that I could build to take care of the actual threats on their team. Starting for the kill though is really nice, so I'm not knocking it. Almost. Don't know where he is though, so we should be a bit careful.
Time for a chin check.
He's just farming their jungle. Mundo's missing though. Can't ping anymore. I hope those pings were enough. Just gonna keep the freeze right here. Again, it's a farm lane. If I can make him lose some farm while I farm, might as well. Yep. Bad fight from him. He actually went in thinking these minions would save him, but because it doesn't do damage to us that much, there's no like threat to me just sitting in his minion wave and using it to just stack up my W faster.
Tuck that chin, boss.
Nice. And so we are out.
My mama, freaking next.
I'm tempted to go for anti-heal, honestly. But I think it's better to just straight go for the items and only kill him with Ignite. Although, to be fair, I don't think Ignite helps that much against his ultimate, because his ult doesn't just heal him, it gives him, like, flat health. It just gives him bonus health. Bro, what are they gonna go into? You don't have R.
first fight, I ran home
And
crying a lot.
you're muted.
She wiped my tears with her claws. Take your best shot.
Not the best angle for an ultimate. It's not that bad because it does push into us, so we are sort of winning out in the long run. I should have tried to ult him when he was more so like up, so we ult him into the wall. I was trying to go for it, but I messed up. It's kind of crazy to me that the only action that's happened in this game so far is just in top lane. Like everything's up here. No junglers in sight either. Hope I don't miss a large portion of this. Alright, we get the XP from basically most of it. That's enough. I should have eaten that. I thought my first punch went off.
Somewhere out there's a demand that needs supplying.
Let's keep moving.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Bring the ruckus.
Gotta watch out for those minion openings. Mundos will go for them.
Don't leave me. Fist, meet face. Busted head.
Not the worst trade. Alright, it became the worst trade after I took that extra hit. Wasn't the worst trade initially, but it became it. I juked into that. That one too. Oof, not good.
Nothing I hate more than people with
I don't have Ignite here.
pay up.
Yeah. Doesn't get the cannon because of that. Okay. Briar's coming in too. Ah! Almost caught him. This Kane's here for some retribution. He doesn't have art. He doesn't have art. He had art. Yeah. What is up? What's up with our luck, man? Come on. Got unlucky twice in a row. He should be able to get the kill though, at least.
It ain't how many times you get
Nice.
times you
Okay. To get the next one, or just... Alright. If he's staying on the turret, then I will just take this next wave.
An enemy has been slain.
He's in already. I was gonna ping him to clear it.
top, there's always some chump trying to drag you down, pulling at your feet, scuffing up your nice shoes. Face breaker.
Nice.
Get punched, Rocky.
Good stuff. Go back top. We don't have Ignite for Mundo, but at this point, we're not gonna focus on killing the Mundo. He is TNMP. Totally not my problem.
Set the beast boy bastard.
He lost his assets.
A wise master once said, "Be like water." Yes,
Thanks for death. Okay. Let's get this quickly. Pretty mobile game, but we're keeping up with it well so far.
hold on. Gotta ice the knuckles.
Strat's gonna be a game changer here for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go for Swifties here. Or maybe I think Tenacity's better. Yeah. Veigar Cage. Like, the second I saw Seraphine, her charms, her root, it's a Tenacity game for sure. It's gonna be hard for me to actually get to the Smolder especially, though.
Made the whole world smarter.
Perhaps it's best if we go for Dead Man's Plate second item. So we can actually go about and influence the happenings down there.
What you got?
Look at that. So chunky. Look at you, chunky monkey. You almost bugged that in. What is that minion aggro, by the way? See, it is broken.
If I ever find my old man, well, I hope he's been training.
Ward up? I don't have wards.
Better keep those hands up.
I'm essentially waiting to use him as ult bait into Diana or Veigar and just one-shot them.
You got nerve. Fuck the cats.
Oh, I had target champions only on. That's a bit of a mess.
Only thing an honest living makes you.
Nice. Had to just look for that perfect ult to be able to ult him just here. So I'm outside the turret range. The minion block. I tried to dodge the abilities and I could have, but the minions stopped me. Not ideal. I'm gonna go for a Romy playstyle with the Dead Man's Plate second. Should I? Let's just look at the team. Maybe not. I'm just gonna beef up. Force of Nature third, just be super tanky. Hope I can facilitate the Kayn and the Fizz one-shotting everybody.
Right. Did that leave a mark?
Like, the main problem here is that, like, we're stuck in between a rock and a hard place, because on the one hand, we do, like, want to be tanky against them, and against this kind of team, it is the right call. But on the other hand, because, like, our team aren't exactly just stomping and doing amazingly well, we're a bit stuck here. Because normally when you're ahead like this, one of the, like, the real ahead people on your team, you're the one doing the damage. Okay. I just tanked the aggro for them. Good. We should do the turret here.
Forgot to stretch.
I'll stick around with the pike, I guess. Okay. Let's get that. Awesome. Good. I feel like with us being more active on the map, the DMP playset could definitely work out. Let's run top. Get a top wave. We're going for dead man's early. You have to actually use the move speed to your advantage and get a lot of work done with the roams. Or you're not gonna solo him. What are you doing? Okay. He tried to solo him, man. I know he's 7 deaths, but he is a tank. And you're not a mage, an assassin, or a champ with built-in tank killing capacities. Let's get to this Veigar. I should be able to catch up to him here. I'll give it to the king. He's an assassin. He could use the snowball.
This one's for you.
Let's just push this top wave in, or not. Seems we're required further. Or not. Okay. Back to it. Oh, they almost get to the Diana too. Get the next wave.
They call me a thug. I call me an entrepreneur.
Let's get out of here before the goon squad shows up. Might go for Stark's third if the fights keep going well. Stark's third would be nice. Okay. Try to get something like down there, but they had just retreated entirely into their turret range. Also, don't have R. Just wasting time. We got the smaller at least. Okay, I'm gonna try to support the Kane's play here. We should try to get waves pushed in. Nope, let's get this Veigar. Good stuff. I don't have the health to tank anything. Let's see if we can work on this Seraphine. Good. Okay. If you walked in that turret and just got turret shot killed, I'd be cackling. Let's get this turret with a Jhin. No one to stop us. By going for this build, we're essentially making sure that we're a factor in every single play that our team is going for, right? But on top of that, the move speed also gives us an advantage, which is that if a situation goes badly, we can always just walk away. Right? It's like me walking away from us being chased down there or wasting their time. It's like move speed is like the ultimate sort of control, I guess, because it gives you a better control of your fights, right? You can go for fights that you want while avoiding fights that you don't like. Yep. I don't. Okay, that's perfect for Darius. I thought it was 3.1k, but apparently it's 3k. Careful. You're alone. Yeah. That was not good.
We do it the other way around.
Should have spam pinged him instead of just one ping. Let's work on this Mundo. You got ult?
Some meat.
Yeah, let's try to get up like a flank here. Gonna go for Force Nature third here. Right after the Styrax. Oh.
Have to fight me.
Let's do this right for the whole team.
Save up my mama.
I'm surprised she didn't see me there. I was thinking she'd try to hide here and then just Q the red buff to last hit it. But what I thought was, okay, if she's standing here, I can just run around, and then if she's running here, I kill her. If she's running to the minions, I eventually catch up and kill her. But I guess both happen? Oh my god, we should just stop getting popped by the Veigar, man. Gotta work on that.
I ain't no half-breed.
I'll keep this pushed. Give more pressure for that play. Bot lane. Let's get the turret. Oh my god. Oh, that was bad. The Veigar was there, so moving in a line of like perfectly allowing it to kill you both was not advisable.
You ain't the one.
Bad of me. I thought I could go for the Diana and the Mundo, but not a great idea. I shouldn't have limited this like that. It was stupid. Oh well. We should be closing out this game soon, though. Like, like, I'm just gonna type it. They do scale, so let's try to finish this one up soon. In terms of items, yeah, let's keep going for the tank theme. I'll sell a D-Blade for it. And also wait in base. It's a long wait, but I might as well get a big tank power spike. What are you doing, man?
Well, when life gives you lemons, punch life in the throat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're chilling, we're chilling. We have it. Okay. Decent bit of move speed on top of the one we already got.
Drag you down. Pulling at your
Now the key here is to try to get a pick on the Diana so that we can more comfortably do Baron. Oh, any pick's fine though. Yeah, Smolder's perfect here. He's juicy. Excellent. Okay.
It's all fun and games till someone gets their face.
Okay, okay. Get the Diana, get the Diana. I'll run in, I'll run in. Okay. Let's do this quickly.
They called me Sett the Beast Boy.
We can do it. This is just useless here. We can do it us too. The main waste is this Fizz right here, because he can recall and we do it with Kayn. But it's whatever, I guess. It's just poor management of just our manpower here. We need the Kayn here to do this quickly, right? We need someone to stop the split push. The perfect candidate is just the Fizz, right? And the Kayn can do the objective with us. Oh well. Not everyone follows the plan. I had a plan, Arthur! In terms of last items, let me think here.
You don't really know someone until you front them with a dab.
Maybe we could go for a Hullbreaker, just to get the stats going. Okay, we've got a lot of work done there. See if Pike can land a hook. Oh. Never mind. Never mind. I'll just do this on my own because people would rather just run around doing nothing.
This is the part where you bleed. Play nice. Let's give him a show.
I hate to lose my Sterax to an objective twice in a row. Nice. Good double kill, but Kayn dying is never good. Get a turret out of that. Let's just leave. Let's leave. Leave. Cool. This one's such a mess of a match. I feel like the Jazz is like in stark contrast to what's going on. Alright, that works. Man, that was so brute forcey, but we just gave into the monkey business and it worked out. Just barely though. Like we just keep giving away deaths that shouldn't be dying. So detrimental here. I might go for a Sundered Sky, honestly. Because of the Dan and the Mundo. I feel like at this point I don't get much of a Hullbreaker. Passive. Even though I love the stats. Yeah, we gotta just dodge his abilities. He's on 1k ability power. Bro, what is that? What is that? Leave, leave. Gods. I can maybe ult the Mundo into the Veigar. Get a lot of damage off. Nice, we picked him like a fresh grape. Hope that's the pick we needed to put this game to a close. Perfect. 2 one-shots. We're gonna have a wave. Yep, slow her down, slow her down. Keep at it, keep at it. One more, one more, one more. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna go for this target. GG. I'll see you boys in the next match. Hopefully it's a bit more calm and collected than this one. But yeah, see you there. Alright, we're back to our gameplay. We're up against Trundle top. This one is a bit of a rough matchup because Trundle is one of the best 1v1ers in the entire game. So we have to be very careful with our abilities, right? We can't waste things, we gotta use our attacks correctly, and we gotta use our W correctly. Land that true damage center spot. To help me, I got Ignite, but he does have lethal tempo, so we'll see if that helps or not. Because he's a level 1 all-inner, I will be going W level 1 just to have it in my back pocket. Let's see how it goes. The enemy team is, these guys kind of function in our range, but the gym might be a bit difficult to get to. He has no ghost though, so if we can get a good, like, ult onto him, we should be able to one-shot him. Pretty decent settable match. We just have to get through the laning phase. In terms of our team, we got a pretty kind of mismatched composition, honestly. I just hope it works out. Now he's fighting us in our minion wave. Ah! I didn't land my W, like, properly, so it didn't do anything. We do get the return kill, but that's not the best sort of situation. At least it's an even sort of trade of kills, but I can only fight him again if I have Ignite, man. If I just hit that W, I just kill him straight up if it's center, or even if it's a side, I just kill him with the auto attacks afterwards. Badly played by me, but it just evens out the lane, so it's not too bad. Let's walk up. Yeah, that sucks. We gotta just chill back here. He got to the wave first, so he gets the minions. Be sure once he can see us at least, totally. That trade went evenly, actually. We got his flash, it's fine. Okay. If I fight him with my minion wave, I should be able to kill him here. Gotta make sure to use my EW though. Like, combo it together. Gonna play it real slow. Okay. He's playing safely due to the former presence of J4. Let's ward up. That's pretty good. Trade-wise. I'm gonna try to kill him here in a turret. Not the best, but I'm gonna try to get away here. I have more move speed. I can't outspeed a Vex though. Like, the dive was really good. He loses so much from that, but his entire top side showed up. Fair enough. I mean, we do get the kill. He does lose out on a lot of XP. We're closer to level 5 than he is to level 4 at this point, so not bad. If I use my EW properly, actually no, he was already level 4. Yeah, if I use my EW properly, I should be able to kill him here. Perhaps it's better to wait for a better minion wave though, because this is way too huge. Big, huge, massive. Oof. Maybe I should have just kept fighting. I focused on the cannon instead of my level. Not ideal. Let's ward up. I'm gonna just try to dive kill him again. He's going for Bork, which means that like he's at a bit of an advantage until he finishes it. That's how Bork is. Like the process of building it sucks. Excellent. I knew that the enemy wave was coming because the waves are mirrored essentially, right? So if your wave is here, the enemy wave is basically just exactly here. I knew the wave was on its way, so if I could get him ulted there, I could E into W. I'm okay, bro.
Now we do it the other way around. I like that.
Lilia here, doing God's work and stealing Trundle's XP. Thank you for your service. Actually, I don't really need a Tiamat active. I'll get the attack speed instead.
Everyone's got a plan till they get
As much as it would help me wave clear, that's not exactly a problem right now. Game's going well. Fizz is ahead. Ball lane is chilling.
on top. There's always some chump trying to drag you down, pulling at your feet, scuffing up your nice shoes.
It would be nice if I got to freeze this, but oh well. As a tip for farming on a turret, you want to just hit the minion that your own minions are currently hitting. It's like a nice way to organize the CS. You in one of these bushes, big guy? No, he's just gone. Alright, fair enough.
Place was so damn quiet before I came along.
He has his flash up by now.
Take your best shot.
And he gets his ult, so I can't just all in him from full.
Get punch drunk.
Go and get a nice little quick trade here. Good. Like, I just need to batter him down until I have enough. Until he's low enough for me to just kill. That's it. That's the perfect amount of health. And we're out. Given past experience, I'm pretty sure their team is around, so I'm not gonna greed for that turret plating. He's gonna be happy with the fact that he loses all this. Has his flash gone? We're just abusing Sett's diving power to just chain kill him over and over again, right? His ultimate is such a powerful tool for diving, especially against immobile champions like that. Because, again, you can either use your ultimate as just damage. You can use it to slow them for your W and then walk out with a W shield. Or you can just use it to ult them to a position where the turret won't actually hit you anymore anyway. So you could just walk out, right? It's all depending on what the enemy champion's doing. Now, he was playing it correctly initially, in that he was making it so that if I had to ult him, I had to stay in turret range. But when he was up against that wall to the left, I could just ult him and be in a position where I could somewhat walk out. So that was nice. Let's try to ward this out. I shouldn't have let him have that. I gotta try to see if I can fish for some good trades here. That was a tilt W.
Everyone loses. Well, almost everyone.
Okay. I wouldn't really say exactly a tilt W. More so, I want to get any chip damage I can W. Oh, let's get this Celelia. Because we have Prio, we owe it to our team to do stuff like this. Pretty clean. Nothing major had to be done there, so it wasn't really a difficult sitch. Let's get back up here. And fish for some good trades. Ooh. I have W, so I don't want to go for this. And we're out. Pretty decent kill. I was hoping that W would kill her so I wouldn't have to ignite, but it's a tool at our disposal and we needed it. Let's see, I'm gonna need Merc Treads, but I don't really need them yet, so I'm gonna just go for my Hull Breaker. That should do it. Because of me overstaying, he does get to bash down my turret a bit, so that sucks. And it's not a cannon wave, so we can't stop him. Unfortunate. He doesn't have Tiamat, so he can't just easily push everything down. Yeah, you go Ravenous on Trundle nowadays, don't you? The healing with Ravenous is quite crazy, honestly. Like, I recommend it more than Bork first any day. And it helps you clear waves so you can actually get more platings there. Gonna play it slow, fish for a good trade or two, and then kill him. Under turret. The same way I've been doing the entire lane. Alright. No. I misplayed that. I didn't really use my abilities properly to let me land my W. Which meant that he could easily get away. And she was just chasing me the whole time. Subpar. Bad for me, bad for me. Oh well. Yeah, Vex is just kind of committing herself to being topside, which means that we have extra people to worry about. But I guess Fizz is doing some work down here. He has no mana though, so he can actually get killed. Never mind, no one's alive to kill him. Good. He actually gets the turret out of that, which is devastating here. Oh, he doesn't. Good, good, good. He should get the turret, but him not getting it is really nice. It's extra gold he could use to buy like a Bork or something, which he will not have. And we get the first blood turret as well. Let's try to just switch our gears to playing a bit more defensively. I feel like we can't just chain dive him anymore because they're kind of reacting, right? They're reacting to my aggressiveness. So I have to reel things back and play off of really good trades where he messes up. I try to use my Stridebreaker to replace my my E essentially for engages. And then go for EWs. She's here. I can 2v1 them. Like, Lily's not the problem. It's the Vex. That's not good. I didn't land my W correctly because they were just like at my sides. At least they ganked and killed them both, so that's nice. Yeah. If I one-shot the Lilia there, it's a much easier fight. I kind of have been playing a bit badly though, right? These last few deaths have been completely avoidable. Get that. I mean, if they get the turret, we should be able to buy it. one skill shot. There we go. Hit the turret. Nice. We get our hull breaker. I'm gonna go bot then. Seems to be the clear choice. They're cooking here. And I'm guessing the Darius is gonna go mid now, but I don't know. Alright. As I said, we're gonna go for Merc this game. And this is about the time we'd be looking to build it. He's got Bork now, so styling against him is gonna be way harder. It's just how the game works. Like, some champions are not designed to be beaten on a side lane. Bro, Ezreal should go mid. Whatever. I don't like Ezreal top. He just gets ran down by the Trundle. I'll try to defend this turret here. Give Fizz like a good fight. Good. I'm not a fan of leaving our mid lane unattended. But I guess we're splitting together now. I don't know. I could just kill the gen on my own too. Guess we're getting inhib. Bit too early for it, if I'm being honest. Let's leave. Gonna see if I can find the Lilia here. Let's get this wave. Not good. He actually overstayed for basically nothing. Jhin got that kill. Fair enough. I'll try to go for these jungle camps. Someone's definitely gonna be mid to farm. Good. Fair enough. Oh no! Yeah. Great plan. Till he gets slammed into the dirt. Alright, let's get this turret here. I have backup, so if I just go under turret and catch the Vex, they should be able to follow up and kill her. That's her fear gone. And the entire wave, apparently. Alright, I guess we can't siege. Just J4 here. Let's recall. I'm gonna go for Sterax here. I don't want to go for a Dead Man's Plate because of how heavy their team is on AP damage with mid and jungle. I feel like I could use the burst reduction from the Sterax a bit more. What is this? Alright, I'm going back top. Gonna clear that wave out. This game is turning out to be a bit of a fiesta with an entire lane missing from the enemy team. But we kind of just have to force fiestas and force fights because an entire lane being missing means that they're essentially getting a permanent source of gold that we can't just overcome. Right? We're just losing an entire lane of gold. And that is so huge. Why'd she even go for that? Oh, come here! Come here! Oh, that's theirs. Alright. We should be able to crunch this quickly with Hullbreaker. Good stuff. I don't know. We don't have the HP for it. Bro, what? force it. If they match us though, we're toast. Let's farm until we get our stacks then. Might as well since we're here.
If I ever find my old man, well, I hope he's been training.
Good. Let's just get one good team fight going and win. I feel like that's our sort of goal here. Alright, I'm gonna push out top and try to go for a flank mid. With this setup though, we're better off just frontlining, I guess, but still. Ooh, look at me jumping around. I'm tempted to just kill the red there. Just give it to the whole team, but might as well just run up here. He's quite low on health. We have more than double his, or just almost more than double. What are you gonna do? Okay, let's throw in this mid turret, or top turret. Everything seems to be fine. I feel like if we just push in the super wave so that they're just constantly fighting it, we can get a good chance to just siege. Because a lane being pushed in like this, it's gonna occupy someone from their team. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I didn't think that would kill him either. That's his entire health bar. Like 200 more and that's his whole health. Let's just do the whole thing here. With Hullbreaker? Yes, we can. Oh, let's get out. Vex and Lily are here, and I don't want to be caught against them both. Pretty nice. He flashed. And the FF'd. Fair enough. I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out. Pop. Alright, we're up against Gragas top. A difficult matchup to get a lot of kills in. So I'm going for a full-on scaling setup with conditioning, overgrowth, and scaling health. I'm also running teleport, which is quite uncharacteristic of me. I usually run ignite because it's more fun. But we'll see what we can do with this bad boy. I'm going to be looking to have a lot more map impact, right? Get a lot of stuff done. The build is probably going to be Starbreaker Dead Man's Plate. Okay, we got Cleanse at least. But I doubt they're going to get the kill. Fair enough. This seems a bit cruel and a bit stupid, because if they get their entire backup coming, like this, we're stuck. Is stuck. That was just the Brahmin Cassid. Fair enough. If the Rek'Sai comes in, it's getting ugly. Let's focus on the lane, Gragas. So Gragas is difficult because, essentially speaking, he has what he needs to just completely avoid us, right? He has range with his barrels, which are difficult to avoid, that he can basically just sit back and spam the lane with for farm, wave clear, all that. He's got health sustain with his passive. Once he gets a tier or a lost chapter, he's got mana sustain, which means we're never going to push him out of lane after first recall. And on top of all that, if we do catch him, he has basically an instant disengage with his belly slam, right? So this isn't a match that we're going to win by just getting fed in lane and 1v9ing. This is a match that we got to win by scaling in, right? And trying our best to be impactful around the map with our macro.
You better wake up and apologize.
It was not worth it to proc your face rush there, friend. Okay.
If anyone's watching this fight,
They owe me money. Okay, Mr. Krabs. Don't get hit by the AoE.
Better keep those hands.
That's what I mean by that. The stun's long enough to the point where you can't like keep up with him. Potentially one of the lanes for Grasp, but I want Conqueror. For me later on, team fighting. I should have ranked my W earlier. Nice.
What are you gonna do?
He overplayed his hand, and he paid the price. Let's recall and teleport back. Actually, I'm gonna just walk back, because we didn't... Like, this isn't crashed into our turret, it's crashed into his, so... I can afford to just walk into lane here. Actually, I might go for health and attack speed instead of double AD. Health to kind of soak up more of his poke damage, and attack speed because he has so much move speed, I need time to get my own attacks off. It does get a little easier with Stridebreaker, so that's our little silver lining to be looking forward to. This upgrade's at 10 minutes now, so that's good. We can get some good wards by the enemy, by the allies. The allies. Say that like it's like a World War II thing. But yeah. If we can get good warding by our teammates. We get Orton. Can I just try to predict his belly slams and pull him into it? The problem is, it's basically instant if he's in our face. And it's not easy to predict instant. Alright, we're back to our gameplay. We're up against Warwick top. This matchup is quite annoying because Warwick is a bit of a tough cookie. He heals a lot when he's low health, so he can basically just attack the minions and out heal through a lot of our damage until he can Q and kill us. So the way we gotta play this lane is essentially fight him normally until he's like half health, and then when he's lower we have to use our abilities to just immediately burst him down, okay? So we gotta just completely one-shot him, or he's just gonna keep healing and out healing our damage when he's low. Ignite is a boon in this lane because it does stop his healing by quite a bit, giving us more time to just kill him. Let's see how it goes. If the early lane he just goes for a fight on me, I will rank my W and try my best to hit it this time. Once we do that, should be good. Their team is not great for us though. They got a lot of mobility with the Katarina and a lot of annoying spells, right? Brand's whole existence, Zaya's ultimate, a lot that can be potentially annoying.
No tapping out my pit.
There we go. He didn't really go for that full all-in. He let me get a lot of punches off on him, which means that it was easier for me to just put him down at the end there with Ignite W. Does that crash well? Okay. We lose the melees, but it's not the worst crash around. He did just use both his summons as well there, so that is good too. Oh, he loses more than that. Perfect. Nice. Loses 3 melees, and he loses, I think, the entire wave there. We lose a cannon as well. Maybe not completely in our favor, but still a good result. We should be able to kill him once we get our level 3. We're closer to it than he is. I have to get some minions though, which is going to be a bit hard. Don't have any to fight him off. Alright, let's do this. Gotta hit the minions like as much as possible to get level 3.
Better keep those hands up.
I used my W there because I knew the Fever would make it turn around, but W makes you stand still, right? CC proof.
Ionia. Place was so damn quiet before I came along.
Not good. If I get that stun off, it's really nice. But just crashing this means that he can just heal back.
Bust them off. Busted heads.
Again, I miss it.
Looks like me. Good main event now.
We'll take that.
You know who you're messing with?
Okay. Oof, that was close.
Inauctions may have started the fight, but I damn sure.
Okay, yeah, he's dead. Better try to get away from myself. Good. We outplayed her and earned our freedom. Yeah, that was going so well until the Katarina got in there. Also, with that flash, I should have tried to avoid that AoE from the Brand better. That's a bit of a mistake for me. I guess it's a 1-for-1 overall, which is not bad, but any negative result is not preferred either way. Ball lane is even in kills. That's good. Alright, let's just get back to lane and farm where we can. Try to get a fight off. I have my Ignite and my W, so we should be able to bust him down again like we did level 1. The main annoying part is that he does get the tools to disengage with his, like, I think it's his E? The fear thing. We gotta try to circumvent that by either trading over and over again until we get like enough damage to just kill him through it, or maybe getting it before he gets away. Let's try our best.
Oh, look, a punching bag.
Playing it nice and slow. Want to eventually like form this into a freeze once it starts pushing back into us.
Sup, mate?
Good. Almost perfect. If it crashed into the turret, it is just perfect. But it crashing into minions is a bit not ideal.
All words, fight words.
Ah. If it was for a turret shot, I would have actually killed him there. Like, the plan was good, I just didn't execute it cleanly enough with the turret shots. I should have ignited him while he was being ulted.
Oh, that's losing, huh? Not my favorite thing.
Fair enough. This does push into us and we get to try to freeze it. Good stuff. Everyone is doing well. Very nice. Ooh, he gets free move speed. Why are you low HP? Why?
I remember my first fight.
This is one of those Trundle-esque matchups where once he gets Bork, it does become
Mine's here.
basically impossible to deal with him. Actually, was just going for the cannon, not him. Let's get up for the brand. Shows up. Ooh. Smell you later, bro.
Okay.
Uh-oh. This is really bad. I want to get the brand because I'm not going to get the Warwick off. That's not enough damage. I died for your sins. Let's hope the Twitch can actually do something here. That's Warwick dead. Alright, that kind of works for us. Seems we're going mid here. That's going to push itself. Might as well pick up this wave that's being pushed by the Katarina. I'll pick it up and then go top.
They call me a thug. I call me an entrepreneur.
You want to stay top? Be my guest. Alright.
Glad I don't have to fight me.
You're the one who walked there, man. Fair enough. A lot of minions lost, but we did pick up a wave to make up for it, so Twitch is basically the one who's losing minions. That move speed is not fun to deal with.
Busted heads.
Gives him enough to just walk me here.
Must be a fight brewing. My fur just stood up.
Decent bit of damage, but not enough. Get the plating though.
Tuck that chin, boss.
Raz mid. Nice. The ult damage basically killed him before he could ult. That's what I'm saying by bursting him down. Gotta make sure to kill him with abilities because auto attacks are not fast enough. Twitch is low health, so actually runs here ASAP. Like, he gets here quicker than usual, so I gotta leave. After... Alright, we get our Stridebreaker. Perfect. Did he W? He did. Alright, let's get out. Stride is really nice here. I think some anti-heal might be really good too. Let's pick up a Bramble. I'm not going to finish the Thornmail just yet. Don't need it. Just picking it up for the anti-heal. Boots-wise, this is definitely a Merc Treads game, right? Brand, CC, Warwick, The Fear, CC, Thresh, CC, Xayah, CC. And it's all CC that I can Tenacity. He gets a plating there, but we get 2, so I don't mind the trade. Alright, stretch should be really nice. Boarded. Okay, I'll keep my eye out on the river here. He should be safe. Brand this bot lane. Oh, the the Q heal was like exactly enough to make up for. I didn't have W. Ah! I didn't have W up. I made a mistake. I tried to fight with the Echo, but the problem was because I didn't have W, I couldn't support such a fight. My bad. Okay. What? Just use it. Don't be a hero. This guy's pretty clean. Yeah, the way you killed the Warwick was pretty clean actually, so I respect it. I respect it. Fair enough. Yeah, if I had W, that goes like way better, but on the other hand, Katarina did just gank there, so I'm pretty sure she would have killed me at least. On the bright side, we have our Bramble here, so that should be pretty nice. The Merc Treads, and then I feel like I kind of want to just go Starak straight up, no Hull Breaker. Because my team's already strong, I don't need to do any like crazy plays. Just gonna make sure that I'm durable enough to support plays, essentially. I was gonna actually hit him there with the Q. I just wanted to scare him off of the minion because he was acting scared.
Who's looking to lose a fight today?
Brand this here. I can delay until I have my ultimate. Okay. Woo! We completely outplayed them. Ooh. Oh, that was Ashe. That was our Ashe. Oh. Man. Let's get this wave quickly and just run, because Warwick's gonna be here. Alright, let's recall. The Ashe support? Yep. I get that ability haste. I was gonna call it ADR because I'm used to CDR, which is what it used to be. Cooldown reduction. No, it's ability haste. I don't know. AH. Like, H is just not a good word for acronyms. It's just H. Like, nah. They should watch out. The Warwick is gonna run in there and engage. Gonna run in here too. It's a big mess of a fight. Just run, yeah. Not there, over the wall if you can. Okay, that's Echo dead. I'll take that. Right lies. Yeah, Brand does mess with us quite a bit. Ooh, good. Okay, I don't want to go for this. Warwick is coming in. Oh my god. I want to go. Hold me. Alright, he didn't go for it. Nice. You have Bork already? Oh yeah, he did. Honestly, if he just went in, he would have killed at least the Smolder. If he ulted me, maybe he would have gotten me too. Yeah, look at this bad boy. He almost got him. But he lives. I'm gonna just go top here. They're gonna ball around the dragon. I can use that to get the top turret. Echo is quite decent when it comes to being on top of the objectives, so I'll leave it to him. Perhaps I can go for this eye here.
Take your best shot. Busted heads.
Get out of my face with that ghost type beat stuff. Let's go. I didn't actually hit the turret. I wanted to hit the Katarina. Good. Bit early for inhib here. We're gonna try to end, but we gotta be very careful with how we space. We could get like completely bodied here. Oh, Brand could destroy everything. Oh my god. A lot of bounce. Uh-oh. Let's leave. Leave. This is not a good spot to be in. Yeah. Should just left directly towards the Warwick. Bad call to overstay. This Brand is just like problem number one there. Like, because we're all just like squishies. Well, I'm not, but he's Brand. He does damage to anybody. But because we're like susceptible to his damage, he just gets going and casts a few abilities and it just destroys everything. Especially with a Rylai slow being essentially like permanent when he gets one ability off on you. So it's a bit of a tricky one. I'll have to get more magic resist than just the Merc Treads, that's for sure. Let's go bot. Katarina's pushing this in, and I'm pretty sure they could just kill the Xayah if she's pushing. Shouldn't be difficult. Bro, I am here. What?
Everyone's got a plan till they get
You're a camp's dummy. Just left the camp. Like, if you're not gonna do the camp, why take the farm? get that?
Making someone else rich.
Alright.
Now we do it the other way around.
I'm trying to zone for him here, but he's alone. Alright. He's gonna die. Okay, maybe I can... Alright, good. He got out. There are tag teams around here, so I'm just gonna keep up the pressure by constantly pushing in.
Being the boss is a lot better than not being the boss.
The three of them are here. That's fine for me.
What you got?
What are we doing here? Uh-oh. Good stuff. Okay, let's just end the game here. I'll just tank whatever the third dishes out, but there are no minions left. GG. Kind of a rough match, honestly. But it worked out anyway. I'll see you boys in the next match. Peace out.